Right, Oh, well, hello there, and welcome to the Treble Clef. Let me sing you a little song about someone I know. Me. Born of two races, belonging to none, half halfling, half tiefling, and easy to shun. No parents to speak of on dangerous streets. This poor tiny tiefling had to steal all her treats. Then one afternoon, these fine people, they said, we'll teach her to sing, she'll perform for her bed. Oh, trust the tiny tiefling, she's strange but so cute. Trust the tiny tiefling, not a big scary brute. Hey, trust the tiny tiefling, that's a name I would suit. She entertained every man and lady, playing songs for them on her ukulele. Her reputation grew and grew till along came Erasmide and Bo, damn it. But on the way to her new patron, Ashen Riders came for taking. Trust was locked up in a cell. These Ashen Riders can go to hell. Oh, wait. Trust finds a way to slip out the door. Nobody'd ever done it before. Right before branding, they were all standing. I'm not giving any of my secrets away. No. Oh, trust the tiny tiefling. She's strange but so cute. Trust the tiny tiefling, not a big scary brute. Hey, trust the tiny tiefling, that's a name I would suit. A name I would suit. You know, there's a bunch of stuff in the middle I missed out on, like I had a best friend named Pick, and he disappeared, and he's probably in the pit, but that's all right. And you know, they were never very nice to me growing up, but you know, it's fine. And well, like I said, you don't want to hear that bit. Trust the tiny tiefling, she's so strange but so cute. Trust the tiny tiefling, not a big scary brute. Hey, trust the tiny tiefling, that's a name I would suit. Thank you so much. Tips appreciated, of course, but yeah, have a great night.
What's up, everybody? This is MinusOneCHarisma with our D&D stream on Tuesday nights with Aventide. We got a recap, and then we'll hop in to the D&Ds. So we'll see you in a second.
We had recognized the man in the street as the one who had stabbed Pup several days earlier, so we chased him. And just when we thought we had him beat, we realized that we were the ones who had been fooled. Out walks Kalok with a huge group of his Ashen Rider minions. He says he wants to negotiate, but starts with a body count instead. He had already attacked those who had helped us. Burgess, the dwarf who alongside his wife Poyo, gave us a safe place to stay when we entered the city. Both were bound, and Burgess slain and dumped at our feet. Poyo was left bound atop a roof awaiting her fate, along with Kaith, the halfling that had helped us find the bourgeois. Kalok demanded to know just how to find the booger, and we told him. He's in the sewer, but he just starts laughing, and he wants us to tell him where he really is. So we told him again, he's in the sewer. And he asked if we thought he was stupid, to which we all obviously replied yes, and that's what really set him off. He signaled for Poyo to be thrown off the roof, and the fight was on. I see Kalok off in the distance looking smug, just within the reach of my bow, and I mutter under my breath, cut off the head. And so I knock an arrow, and right before I send it flying, I get an eyelash in my eye, and it's right in the corner. It's in the worst spot, and I managed to get it out. And so I move to take my second shot, but Kalok is obscured by buildings now, so I take sight on one of his cronies nearby. And right as I go to take this shot, I kind of slip on a little rock, and it kind of twists my ankle a little bit, and it causes my arrow to fly wildly upward and away from this minion. That's okay. There's more arrows, so I'll be able to make it work. But right then, a guy attacks me from behind, and in a panic, I try to stab him with the arrow that's in my right hand, but he dodges like a cat. So I pull out my swords instead and slash away until I finally get him. And as I turn around, I see Rezek shooting people with fireballs and then throwing darts at a guy so hard I actually hear the bones break from quite a distance. I watch Pup run into the middle of this battle with her claws out just blazing and her quarterstaff flying, and she runs right up to that dummy Kalok, and I see Dresden kill 2 guys with 1 sword swing. It's amazing. I even see Fitz. Fitz manages to stab a guy in the throat. Nice job, Fitz. We're all really proud of how far you've come. I watch Cornelia release Kaith from her bonds, and she turns into some sort of horned, winged tiefling beast who grows larger with huge claws, and literally I tears men in half as she's flying around, and I kind of wonder why she couldn't have just broken out of those simple ropes that were tying her, but that's a thought for another time. And finally, when I turn back around, I see Kalok with his big, pointy sword. He's somehow grown to over twice his original size. Now he's standing up taller than the building nearby even. So I scramble up this debris, intent on finally putting an arrow in him, when I see Rezek shoot a bolt of lightning out of his hair right before sweet little Cornelia shoots the most perfect arrow shot straight into Kalok's eye and out through the back of his head. I was in awe. And just as Kalok, who's shrinking back down to his normal size like a raisin in the sun, the last words out of his mouth are, "If I don't return tonight, Omara will know, and she will send 4 times as many, and you will all die." So Dresden cut his head off in short order, and that was the end of that. And I've got to say, I looked around at the carnage afterward, and I've never been more proud of our band of misfits, and I'm so happy that they aren't chasing me, because I don't think I would stand a chance. We gathered ourselves and tended to our wounds. Pup was barely alive, but breathing. Kaith had been slashed pretty bad by Kalok. Trust was in pretty bad shape too, but she healed up quick. Dresden took Kalok's armor and sword. Perhaps they'll come in handy later. The rest of the guys didn't have much on them in the way of gear or information. Maybe they were just new recruits. Battered as we were, Daladale suggested we go to take out Omara tonight, and though we all groaned about it and the lack of supplies, not that arrows did me a damn bit of good anyway, we relented, as the act of surprise only really works once. Pup, Zuna, Kaith, and Fitz were to go to the bourgeoisie. Hopefully that'll help them stay away from any unwanted attention. We dropped Pollo and the slain Burgess back at their home on the way to Omara's. We left Pollo some gold and a note letting her know we went for revenge, because that's what friends do. When we approached Omara's residence, we saw 10 commissioned soldiers in front. So we decided to have Rez and Dresden run a distraction with the help of Daladale. Trust, Cornelia, and I decided to use the back entrance to sneak into the residence. I knew from looking at this building's plans in the archives a couple days past, there was a secret passage inside that we would need to find. And that, hopefully, would lead us upstairs to where Omara presumably resides. Rez used a spell to enchant a tobacco box so we could alert him if we ended up in trouble. We briefly discussed just setting fire to the building and calling it a night, but ruled against it as our primary line of attack. And away we went to try to cobble together a plan to murder a local official. Dresden and Rezek used charm and drinks to work the crowd of commissioned guards. But as we moved to the rear of the building, it seems like Dresden was making more enemies than friends. Meanwhile, we made our way to the back of the residence. We picked the lock on the kitchen cellar and made our way into the basement, securing the door behind us on the way in, and Cornelia used an illusion to make it appear as if the lock was still in place for any passing guards. We felt our way around the room in the pitch black. We knew the rough direction of the secret passage, and eventually, Cornelia was able to find an out-of-place board indicating the door, and gently pry it open with an arrow. Inside, we found a ladder leading all the way to the top of the building. Inside the room at the top, we found a library and some storage. There's a chest and a glass case filled with vials, but both were booby-trapped, so we avoided them for the time being. If we get out of this alive, we can ransack this place on the way out, and maybe burn it down too. At the end of the room, there was a door, almost entirely hidden from the outside. We left it open, and made our way through a storage area and toward the stairs at the end of the room. From down below, we could see light, and hear the sounds of a voice, perhaps singing a lullaby? We crept down the stairs as quietly as possible, but a creaky floorboard alerted someone to our presence. We found ourselves waiting, barely daring to breathe, as a door swung open from the east.
So you're standing behind that door, Cornelia, and that silence, the 30, 45 seconds of silence is there. I'm hearing myself twice. That's just the worst thing ever. All right.
Professional.
And suddenly you just hear this light set of footsteps slowly pass through that door. And are you guys seeing the map that I have up?
No,
I just have to confirm.
No.
No. Is it on the stream? Good. Can I share my screen without you guys messing up everything? That was an Nathan question. No.
Without us messing up anything?
No.
Without you messing up everything? Probably not.
Professionals.
Nope. That messed everything up. No. I was gonna try. Look at that.
man.
Look at everything all messed up.
You can send us. We can just open on our own.
Everyone needs it. Chat needs to be able to hear Nathan.
They really do. It would change
They really do.
the entire
As soon as I've done
so
that.
dramatically.
It's so good. So
You're
all of
behind
you
that
can't
door.
hear this.
You're
It's
behind that
like,
door.
I still think it needs to be like a channel point rejection. Like,
yeah.
unmute Nathan.
Yes.
Let's hear him for 5 minutes.
Just like screaming and yelling.
Just screaming.
All right. You're behind that door and you start to hear footsteps, really soft footsteps, kind of start making its way from that room that opened, traveling through the door, and you hear this like a hand dragging itself against the door, just ever so slightly. And as you hear that, you hear someone walking up a set of stairs from the far west corner of the room. And when the person, whoever reaches the top of the stairs, you can kind of see like a faint light coming in through the under part of the door, and you can kind of see through a crack in the side of the door. I mean, that door's open pretty far, but you can kind of move your head to the side and see a crack of a figure, maybe a middle-aged woman. Hard to make out any kind of features. And you hear a voice, "Desiree, what are you doing up? It's late." And you hear in reply like a very, very young girl. "I'm sorry, I just couldn't sleep, so I asked Grandmama to sing me." And you suddenly hear like a third set of footsteps. These ones are dragging along the ground, still slow, but like kind of weakly. And then you hear, "Oh dear, you both look tired. You both should really get some rest." "Yeah, yes, mother. Would you please not keep Desiree up from her beauty sleep? Come on, Desiree, back to bed." And you hear, you see that woman kind of walk up, take the two of them, walk to the west, and then cut south down another hallway. You hear two sets of doors open and close, and then it's just silence.
We lost
Trust
sight
you.
of-
Yeah, and Trust, you and Kelwise were upstairs, up those stairs. You guys had just run back up the stairs and whipped around the corner.
Yeah.
So to be clear, the person that was coming out of the room from the door I was behind, that was the lady that said, that was speaking with Desiree, or Desiree?
Deezery.
Dizzery.
Deezery.
I might have said it wrong.
Almost like
Deezery.
Desiree, but a little bit harder.
Or yeah. Or was it the person coming up?
Deeziree. Deezery.
Just think D's Rees.
These are Rees.
So Dizzeries.
Yeah, okay.
Deezery. Oh gosh. I might even just change it at this point with you guys.
D's nuts.
The person talking, was
Thank you.
that
I
coming
didn't
up
wanna-
from the
I didn't wanna say
stairs?
it.
You guys
So
stop.
you
This is
saw
serious.
there was some stairs off in the far corner. So you guys had come downstairs. It looks like there's like a hallway that goes around and then more stairs go down. So there's two sets of stairs on top of each other. You just have to circle around to go back down to the first floor. Someone had come up from the first floor to the second floor where you were, and those two had come out of a doorway that you guys you had just been whipped around. So there was like one entrance that was a doorway. There's stairs that went down and a room, and then you had gone right behind the door and the door opened. And then there was a long hallway that goes west, and then another hallway that cuts south, south. And then there was two more doors that opened and closed from that side. If you can go on the stream, you'll actually have a map.
Oh.
I might be able to just put in a map eventually.
Yeah. Okay. So was there also a room to the east on that floor?
Yes. So there was a room. That was the door that Cornelia had been hiding behind. Yes.
So as far as we know, no one is in that room to the east now, or the people who we thought were in there had come out of that room, perhaps.
As far as you know, yeah, it doesn't sound like there's anyone in there.
Okay.
But Omara's definitely the one that came up the stairs from the first floor.
Yes, it seems like that was that voice you'd heard.
And I'm sorry, she followed them
that's
to their
fine.
rooms?
Yeah,
to
it
the
looks like
west?
she went to go put Deezery to bed. What did you guys call her? I don't even know what you called her anymore.
Desiree?
Here,
It's
Dizzeries?
nuts.
Deezery's.
D's nuts.
Teeth nuts, yeah. There you go. I
Your
put in general.
muted
I put in
page.
general a picture of.
Oh.
Oh, you're giving
Your
us
files are too big. Great,
face
great. Thanks,
to,
Discord. Jeez, everything that could go wrong
No.
would
No,
go wrong.
No. For those of you that have subbed, thank you very much.
Well, I'll just look at Kelly's and be like, I'm sure she'll come back around.
Yeah, maybe we
And
should set a
plus-
trap for her. in
Plus,
her
the kid has a
bedroom?
grandmother. We won't be orphaning her. And I go to high five him.
Yeah, and we high five.
And where did the person go to that was in the room that opened the door originally in the hallway? Who was that person?
That person was you don't know. It sounded like that young girl opened the door, and then from behind her, that grandmother figure
Okay.
had
in that room.
scooted out with her like soft shuffling footsteps. Sorry, I have it now in the thing. So if you see, I don't know. Let me make sure everyone at home can see. All right, yeah, F2. F2 is the floor you guys are on, and that doorway to the east into that room with the fireplace is that door that you were right behind. So Cornelia, you were just down the stairs. And then there was that long hallway, and it seemed like Omara came up those stairs. For you at home, they came up these stairs here, and she came around. They came from out of this room, went down south to this thing, and then there's two sets of doors right there that they walked into and seemingly disappeared. And this is what Kelwise had kind of described to you based on the blueprints that he saw, and Cornelia as well. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
outside, you start to hear this commotion. The camera pans out the window, down to the street, and we just see this man with almost just dirt coming out of his mouth. Almost this foam. This guy is just drool.
It don't look that bad.
And he's just pacing back and forth, like the hardcore dancer he is. And he's just like hitting himself in the head, getting himself psyched up. And then he just stops, points straight at you, Dresden, and says, Broxton Chadley's gonna be the last name you ever hear. And he puts his hands up and he is just
God, yeah.
ready to go.
And I just
What are you doing?
I wait for the prodigy to just drop the beat, and then just like we're gonna breakdance fight. But you know, I just sort of look at him and just like I'm tired. Even I just sort of look at him and go, okay, cool.
All right, immediately, this guy just comes charging at you. He takes his fist, holds it back, and then swings it as if it's like a comically wide punch. He's putting all the force of every ounce of his body. He just swings at you. And he swings just so wide. It's so easy for you just kind of like, I'm going to dodge back a little bit just in case, but I don't even think it's going to reach me.
Yeah. No,
and he just swings and...
I do the thing where you don't move your feet, but you just kind of go. And then come back.
Yeah. He swings, and he just swings super wide, screams in irritation, and then just comes at you again. What are you doing? Are you gonna?
Well, first I say it's hot out tonight, right? Yeah. Thank you for that. That's a nice little breeze. Yeah. Is he still swinging at me?
Oh God, yeah. He's getting ready to just come at you again.
Yeah. I mean, do I have time to kind of just throw up?
Yeah.
Defensive stance?
Yeah. So he tries to swing at you 2 more times. Throws his fist at you.
Okay.
Both of which you easily just kind of, and he just kind of like, come on, fight me, and starts pounding on the ground. Like this guy is clearly just out of control.
Yeah, good. So he's pounding on the ground. So he's dropped down to his knees and he's just beating the earth at this point.
Yeah, trying to like taunt you into fighting him.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I just look at him. I'm trying. But I think I could probably say the same to you. Fight me. This time. Please? Not so much. Here, aim here.
All right. He goes and he does a shoot. He's trying to just tackle you to the ground right now. Give me an athletics.
That's great.
Uh-oh.
Bobby, your dice have betrayed me.
Gotta warm them up.
That's true. I'll put it in the pocket. That's an athletics check?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 7.
All right, so he's pounding on the ground, he's low, and you taunt him, and with surprising speed, just shoots up at you, grabs you by the waist, and down you both go.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Pup, the worst headache of your life. You're looking around, and it's dark, and you don't really know what's going on, and you're in this, like, familiar sewage waterway, and you look to your right and you see Kaith completely out, just laying on her side. You see Zuna kind of limping a little bit, dragging, kind of heaving Kaith's body, and you realize you're moving too, very slowly, and you kind of look up and you see Fitz, just as best he can, just moving your body slowly into this sewage waterway that you recognize. This is like right where the entrance to the bourgeois is. And you had been healed. How much did you healed her for maximum, I think, right? So you had gotten 10 HP back with the bandages that Dresden had bandaged you back up. Yeah,
I believe I got 10 on.
Yeah, so you're at 10, and you guys are just, you kind of come to, and you're just haphazardly just being dragged along.
What happened?
Oh, Pup. I'm so glad. I'm so happy you're okay.
Why does my butt hurt?
Well, I may have dropped you once or twice in the spirit of
My legs!
Yes. Well,
Arm!
you were sliced pretty bad.
My
with
left
that
eyeball!
rending tooth sword. I'm so sorry, Pup. I should have been there. But
Are you okay?
yes, physically. How are you? Are you okay?
So all's normal then.
Yes.
Okay.
Seemingly, yes.
Is everyone else okay? Why is it just us?
Well, they went to go infiltrate the Omara estate before she found out.
Wait, I'm supposed to be helping!
Well, yes, but you were in terrible shape, so I just wanted to make sure that you were okay. You and Keith took
okay.
quite the wounds.
Take care of Keith. Are you okay?
I will survive.
Do you need me to
give
come with you?
Give me a perception check. Give me a perception check.
Perception. 17.
17? Yeah, so as this is happening, you notice something out of the corner of your eye, as if a shadow just moved ever so slightly from outside of the cave. And as that's happening, we cut back. We swarm all the way, the camera moves back into the house. Cornelia, you're behind the door. They just walked to the west and then south into those doors, and then Trust, you and Kelwise are upstairs. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, so I think we should wait in this bedroom for her, but maybe just two of us. I think maybe one
which
person should stay
bedroom?
on the stairs. The one to the east that Cornelia was just behind the door of.
Okay.
And that way,
Well,
maybe...
we're all small. Can two of us go under the bed?
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe someone gets under the bed, maybe someone just hides in another conspicuous location, and then a third person waits on the stairway or the staircase just in case like backup comes or someone else comes in through the door, so you're not caught off guard. So they are not caught off guard. I'm not saying who should be.
I'm not really worried
Who should
about
do it?
Someone coming up from there, but I understand your concern. How would we even signal to the others without alarming everyone?
Oh, I think if someone's coming in, a guard or someone, it's all bets are off at that point. It might be just a melee anyway. It might be a free-for-all anyway.
Yeah,
At least we'll have the, surprise on our side.
yeah, I think if any guards figure it out, they'd be real laughed coming in.
Yeah.
So who do you suppose should stay on the stairs and who should go under the bed?
Do we draw straws?
Well, Cornelia's already there, so she's one.
I drew the short
Trust,
straw.
I know you have some bloodlust in you. Do you want to go and be in the bedroom?
Yeah.
Then I'll wait on the stairs.
Can you do some damage? Do you have any spells, or you got some weapons at least? So, woohoo.
I've got
Yeah,
my
and if-
cantrips.
And if she doesn't have anything, I'll hand her my dagger because I picked up a dagger.
I do. I have. I have a dagger and a short sword. A short sword.
We're all stocked.
Short sword.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. I'm gonna skip that squeaky step though.
And I'm gonna sneak down towards Cornelia to hide under the bed of that bedroom.
All right.
Where was?
give me
Do we know or remember where? Oh,
No.
which room had the window in it on the second floor?
So there were 4 windows on the second floor. So there's
Do we see any in the hallway right now, or
there was
we
one.
assume
Yeah,
they're
there's
bedrooms?
one right just to the north of you. There's a little window right there at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Is
start creeping down.
Okay, give me a stealth. So you walk into this
Come on,
room
Bobby, that-
stealthily, and as stealthily as you can.
How stealthily is it?
Though there's a fireplace, the
That seems
fireplace is
bad.
out. There's no light in this room.
Okay.
Um,
Is it a large fireplace?
oh, it's a decently sized large
Okay.
fireplace.
I can.
What did you
I can
get?
fit in there.
It's a natural 1 with a +2 stealth.
Oh.
All right. So you sneak in there. You get about halfway past the table around that bend towards the chest, and suddenly you hear in the dark, you kind of see in the darkness, and when your eyes adjust, you see there's another figure in that bed. It looks like a male, and he kind of turns over in his bed, and he says, Omara, you just have to be... I don't mind you working late, but I've got to get my sleep too. Please, just be a little bit more aware, okay? Please. I don't know how many times we've talked about this. We'll work through it, all right. We'll talk about it in the morning. And he turns over. What are you doing?
I'm gonna actually leave the room and, kind of, and wait on the outside in the hallway.
Okay.
Right where I was, I think, by where the window behind the door, and whisper to Trust as I... Are you in the room already, Trust?
Trust is in the room. She's like close to the bed.
Like,
okay, so I'm gonna do that.
I'm going to drop to the floor and get even shorter and slowly crawl out.
You're gonna crawl out? All right. There's
Double
something
murder.
weird. You see this man laying in his bed, and normally your dark vision is just black and white. You see grays and blacks. You can't really discern anything. But it's almost like you look at this man and you can almost see through the sheets, and you see his heart. You can almost see the vibrations of his heart, and the veins on his neck start to become visible. It's almost like you can see the blood pumping through his throat and his neck and all the way into his lips.
Good Lord, is this that hack hoaxes? Did we find hoaxes?
And you find almost like drawing you in, like there's just this life force, and you just feel this need inside of you. Give me a Constitution saving throw. Or no, sorry, give me a Charisma saving throw.
$17.
17. Okay, so you have this craving, and you catch yourself, just a little tiny bit of drool is coming out.
Oh wait,
of your
sorry,
mouth.
it's a 19. I looked at the wrong thing.
Oh, okay. You're like, wait, no, it's a 3. But you manage to just like tear your eyes away, and then it cuts that need you almost have for this weird. It's weird. It's something unlike anything you've ever experienced, and you manage to kind of crawl out of the room, and you hear a coming as you kind of crawl out of the room. Doesn't even check. It's just like that annoyed sound of like, my God, we are gonna hash this out tomorrow, and I am not gonna back down. Meanwhile,
Right, so as
while this is happening, oh, sorry, what would you say? Go ahead.
I was just gonna, as I presumably see them both come back out of the room, I was going to whisper what happened.
Can we answer?
And by that look, I go, I won't ask.
All right. The night air is cool, but the hot head of this fraternity jock, that's what we're going to call him. Broxon Chadley. You can just feel his breath breathing on you in his body as he's just on top of you, swinging for the fences as he tackled you to the ground. And he's swinging.
And by the way, like I'm like with the crowd in the background, just reacting to all this, and I was kind of like a ooh, oh, and kind of got sadder until we're kind of just all like laughing now because this is just like they're just on the ground like wrestling, like I don't know.
His first swing, he swings at you, and his first swing, he punches the ground, screams with fury, and what you don't expect is that he takes that same fist that might be broken and punches at you again, but this time connects with that bloody bone that just got mangled on the dirt. You take 3 bludgeoning damage as he just finally lands a hit.
I'm on my back?
You're on your back, yeah.
This is new. I'd like to attack him back if I can.
Yeah. Give me some rolls.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can roll. I can roll dice. Ooh. What do we add to unarmed strike? Remind me. Strength.
And proficiency.
Oh, I take that back. That's a 22.
22.
Yeah.
That hits.
Followed by a natural 2, which is a little more like a 7.
All right, yeah. So you swing, and your first one connects, but your second one goes wide. Your head's a little dizzy. I mean, he clocked you pretty well there.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna stop mocking. I'm gonna be like, oh, well, you did something about charging, and then I'm just gonna pummel him.
Okay. Roll. How much damage do you do?
Oh, that's a good point. You have to roll damage in D&D. Hey guys, I play D&D sometimes.
Yeah, unarmed strike is. I think unarmed strike is just 1 damage.
Yeah, wait, I thought it was just 1 plus your strength.
1 damage plus your strength. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 4.
So 4 damage. All right. So you clock him back pretty well.
Yeah, I do.
But he's still got you grappled. On the ground. He kind of comes up. He takes both of his fists, clenches them like this, and then goes to just smash down on your face.
Yeah. Good.
What's your AC?
It is 13.
13. He
Oh wait, I
he's
said
got you
I
on
said
the
I was
ground?
in my defensive stance, so 14.
Oh, well, he takes his
does that
hand,
affect anything?
grabs your hand, swings down, and you just using he still nicks you a little bit but he hits that armor that you just put on, and it just slides off just by a hair, missing your face with that attack as he just hits the ground again, and there's a pinky that won't ever be the same.
Yeah, he's just got meat rags on the end of his wrists at this point. And I'm just
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Rezik, you notice 2 other youngish type bros who were hype beasts in their own right in the beginning of this fight, and they're starting to get a little concerned, and they're starting to inch closer and closer to this fight. I mean, you kind of get the impression that they may jump in this in the future.
They've got Supreme on the blade of their short sword.
Pup, you saw that.
I step. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I step up, I put my arms around both of them, and it's like, hey guys. Oh, sorry, different voice. Wow. Hey guys, no interfering, right? I have money on this.
They both kind of shrug you off angrily and give you just look of
hey,
touch me again and see what
you gotta play fair though. You can't cheat. All right, I'm watching you.
You see both of them kind of look around to the other people who bet on this, and so they kind of give them looks, and it's kind of like that, social shaming will keep you in line. Meanwhile, Pup, you saw that shadow around the corner, and then went away. What are you doing?
Hey, is that you, Mr. Booger? Hey, was that you?
No reply. Give me another perception check.
Perception. 18. Wow, these new dice. Thank you, Bobby.
You just hear the ever so slightly a footstep, what you think are footsteps moving off, just 1 or 2 before it's just completely silent.
Okay, I just growl. I look from side to side, just stupid tough as possible. Just, I'm gonna walk you all the way to the boogie, and then I'm gonna go help. Okay?
Well, you seem to be right outside the door, the entrance.
No, but like I'm gonna take him in, like make sure that he's safe before I peace out again.
Okay. He has that coin that Dresden was holding, and he kind of holds it up to the door, and the door just kind of appears on this wall. That same wooden door, as he gets close, almost as if this coin just has like a foot of dim light that it's letting off, and it kind of reveals this doorway. He opens it up, and you see that inner sanctum, the church of the bourgeois, as you all kind of walk in.
Well, I was gonna stay at the doorway and like peek my head in, and be like, "Hey, I forgot to bring you your cake. I'm gonna go get some cake, but take care of them, okay?"
And you kind of see this figure.
I'm like holding the door
chair.
so that like so that no one else can come in.
You see the back of the bourgeois' chair and that big old flowing robe that has just been dirtied with time, and it doesn't seem to move. It's just slumped on his chair like this. No reply.
Okay, I go in.
All right, you go in. Yeah.
And I very quickly like close the door behind me. Just
All right. So everyone kind of hurries in, and the door closes behind you. And again, that smell of like unwashed bodies just hits you hard. It's
No place like home.
yeah, and the bourgeois just seems to be almost like a corpse. You don't even see a chest heaving and breathing. It's just sitting like this.
I'm gonna go up and like tap him on the shoulder.
Excuse me, are you okay?
And you see like this purple mist kind of breathe in, and then those the eyes that were closed open up, and you see those like purple veins and those yellowed eyes kind of turn, and with a couple cracks you see and it looks, and you there's like a sense of like unrecognizable confusion on the bourgeois' face, even wrapped in all those cloths and bandages, and then suddenly just kind of like staring at you for a few seconds, and then, oh, hello, you're back.
Yeah, I came back. I had to bring cake, so I had to go get cake, and also had to go get the rest of my friends. But my other friends got really hurt, and then I got really hurt, and like I almost died. And I was like, "Whoa!" But how else am I gonna take cake with my new friend, the Boogerman? And then so like I need to go get it, but then I just wanted to make sure that you're okay. I also want to make sure that they're okay, and I think that maybe there's someone out there. But also, you were asleep. Did you have a good sleep?
Oh yes, I had the most fantastic of dreams.
What did you dream about?
He clocked
hold on, I need to
Kate,
call my friend. Oh gosh.
just kind of all mangled to pieces, and he just stares. His eyes change, like it's almost like the emotions of his mouth and the emotions of his eyes are changing at different times and have different expressions to them. He's
so
still
cool.
smiling, and he just kind of gets this look of concern, and he walks over to Keith, just starts taking those really bony fingers with long nails. Remember that one arm has 3 sections, so it's very ghastly and gangly, and he just kind of puts his hands over her body and her wounds, just feeling them ever so slightly, like a medical professional would try and find like a break in a bone or such. And he just goes silent and just starts tending to her, almost kneading spots of her body, testing to see where her injuries lie.
She was really brave. She helped us fight the bad guys with like the one with like the bird on his hat and the shiny one. And she helped us fight them. Well, really, they caught her, and then we released her, and then she was fighting with us, and then she got really hurt, and so we tried to save her as best as we could, and that's why we brought her here, because I know that you guys, I think, are friends.
Yes, friends. Oh, you're so naive, but cute though. I like you a lot. I would like you more if you had brought me some cake.
Don't worry. I'm gonna bring like 4.
Oh, you better. I'm holding you to that.
Yeah.
Well, I think she'll be fine. I think. And if
Are
she
you gonna
dies,
take care of her?
I'll find another one. There are many more like her around.
But no. Can you make sure that she doesn't though? Because I was about to be friends with her.
Well, it's a lot of work to keep this one alive. I can
I'll bring you
try.
5 cakes.
Oh, for 5 cakes?
Yeah.
Oh, the miracle of life. Just for 5 cakes? Well, absolutely.
Well, I mean, she's
When you put
technically
it that
still
way.
alive, right? It's just to put her bones
Well-
back. It's like a puzzle.
She's technically alive. As for her brain, I can't say for sure. It could have been damaged beyond repair. Only
Oh.
time will tell.
So is
How about
that
this?
like 6
Leave
cakes?
her in my care.
Wait, how many
and
cakes is that?
I'll do what I can. She had some information that I would find most
She was on
distressing
fire?
to have to.
Rezek doesn't like getting burned. She was on fire? Flamation? Flames? Oh boy. Oh boy.
And he just kind of smiles.
And I'm just like in panic mode, like, oh no, but I thought it was bad to get burned and then she's inflamed. Oh gosh, that's not very good. And now I need to go help everyone else who's also trying to get, we're trying to get the stuff, so we're trying to get the locket right now. So the thing that you told us to go get from that lady who took your power and stuff.
Who is this? And that orb kind of just rolls out of his sleeve, and you look into the orb and you see that shadowed figure right outside with a little note. That figure you saw scribbling stuff down, looking at his surroundings and scribbling on a little note.
Oh, I think that maybe I saw his shadow in the thingy. Should I go get him?
Well, I should hope that you haven't given away my hiding spot to the enemy.
Well, I was actually pretty much dead until 5 minutes ago. So I have no idea how he got here. I was like
You seem
fighting.
very alive right
I was
now.
like fighting, and then I got hurt, and then I woke up.
Well, you seem to go from 0 to 1,000 very quickly.
I mean, I used to fall off of trees a lot.
do
This
like
is
your
not my
spirit.
first black parade.
Oh. Meanwhile, in the house, you guys, Trust, you had just come
My God.
on her hands and knees, literally crawling out of the room. Kelwise, you're like, what happened? Tell me.
Brother Bruce.
Just
to clarify.
What are you guys doing?
I mean, look at this.
Oh,
Um,
I'm gonna whisper. I'm just gonna whisper to them if they're close to me and say, "Should we take him out as well while he's sleeping and still wait in the room?"
I'm gonna say no. He's got some crazy kind of power. I don't think we should mess with him.
So either now or later, we're gonna have to mess with this guy.
No.
We can have more help
I
later.
think
Okay.
that we take Amora out and we run as fast as we can away from this guy. I don't like him.
What if she doesn't have the amulet on her?
Well,
And we
we're
take
in
her
a
out and we
spot
still
of
have to look
trouble,
for it.
ain't we? We didn't. When she like came through, did we notice the amulet on her at all?
You couldn't really see her. Cornelia could only really see it through a crack, and the
Right.
door was open, and you could kind of see a crack of this figure kind of walking up that you had seen described as Omara, but you really can't tell. But as you guys are discussing that, you hear, and a door in that hallway opens up.
Do we
You
have
see
enough
that
time to
light kinda
quickly
come up.
hide into that room to the left with the 2 twin beds?
Well, so the doorway is right here, so you'd have to go into the hallway to get
Oh, I
into
thought we
that
were
room.
in the hallway already. We're not. Where are
You are in the hallway. You had gone through a door to the right, where that round table is.
Oh, okay.
And to get into that room, there's 2 doorways, but both of those doorways are in the hallway facing north-south.
So we're where that table is what you're saying.
Yeah, you guys are kind of right around. Well, you're kind of where the doorway is. You had crawled all the way back out of that room. You're right at the foot of the stairs.
Wait, so we aren't in the room. I'm sorry. I'm
You guys
looking
are right
at
on the
map, but
precipice. The door is open, right, to that room. You had walked into that room and then dropped to the floor and then crawled right back out. And Kelwise had never gone in. So you guys are kind of right at the entrance to the doorway.
But if we go to the other side of the hallway, across the hallway, we'll get seen, is what you're saying. If we like cross it.
Well, it certainly seems if someone's coming out, if someone's coming out of the hallway, yeah, for sure.
All right.
Maybe we just wait at the end of the hallway and see who shows up.
No,
We have
there's
moments.
no. We'll be seen. We have to.
You
hide
guys are on the
now.
east part of the hallway at the north end side, right?
Yeah.
So if someone walks out of the hallway facing north south, they would literally watch you just run by that hallway entrance.
Right. Exactly. So
Yeah.
our only choice is go back inside the room.
Or upstairs.
But that's running across the hallway again. I'm sorry. I'm confused by which hallway this person's coming down. Then, which hallway can you click it and make
So
it through the little puddle?
The
thing?
north-south one.
The north south. So you see it's on a delay. But the room with the 3 beds,
Yeah.
room with the 3 beds has a door just under the 3rd bed, right?
Yeah.
And if you go up and then
Yeah.
east to that round table in the top,
Yeah.
the northeast corner, you guys are just to the west of that table with the
No, I
two
see
red
where
chairs.
we are. I think
Yeah.
I'm confused on where this person's coming from.
They're coming from that hallway facing north south. So if you guys, yeah,
So if
And they're coming
that's-
from the south.
That's why I'm confused. If we ran up the stairs, we'd be seen.
well, you guys are right at the foot of the stairs. So if you guys were running
Well-
up the stairs,
James, so are the stairs? There are 2 different stairs on either side both going up, right?
no, one's going down and one's going up.
Gotcha.
So you guys had come down the stairs, right? Right where the 2 is the bottom of the stairs heading up to the 3rd floor on the F2. Good.
I say maybe
I'll have to make
if
up
we're
and down.
hearing
arrows next
this,
time.
I'm going to just say really fast, run up the stairs or wait around the corner, ready in action, and all 3 of us attack. We get her on the surprise. Whoever it is, we'll take him out.
I'm okay with that. And being already up the stairs, I would then
I would
pull
say,
out
yeah.
my swords.
Okay, you guys have like almost no time. You start hearing those footsteps coming, and that lantern light is now
yeah, I
shining
gotta go
through
back
the
up
thing.
the stairs.
All right, so you 2 go up the stairs, and Cornelia, you're gonna hide in the room.
No,
I'm just
going
going to go back behind the doors. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm just going to
back
go back
behind the
behind the door. I kind of want to
Okay.
attack her because if she goes back, yeah, dang. Okay. I'm going to go back where the door is if it was still open.
Yeah, you can go back behind the door, but it's gonna be
Stay
hard.
in
You're
that
gonna have to like jump out from behind the door.
Can we tell by the sound of the footfalls if this is Omara or
Yeah,
if it's someone
It
else?
sounds definitely like either or Omara or that young girl. That it's not
Someone
like
spry.
scraping and slow like thing. Yeah. So you guys jump upstairs, and Cornelia, you jump back behind the door. Those footsteps come. They head east. They head into the door, and then they start closing the door behind them. Are you guys gonna do anything?
I want to just like scrape the floor upstairs then. Just like a,
Scrape
slight
the door?
scratching sound. Just
Okay.
no, like the floorboards, like a couple rakes of my fingernails across the floorboards.
Okay. Yeah. And you guys are kind of just peering down from upstairs where there really isn't any light, and immediately you start scratching, and you see that the light just kind of look up the stairway with a lantern, and it starts heading towards you guys upstairs. You hear someone coming up the stairs. As that's happening, this brutal battle of Dresden versus Kappa Omicron Phi rages on. This guy's more swings. He just broke his finger. I think it would be your turn. He just broke his finger. What do you?
I feel like
His other
this
finger.
guy gets so many more turns than me, but that's fine. He
Yeah.
deserves them.
No. Go ahead.
So he's ground and pounding me. What I want to do is I want to take my right leg, I want to scoot it up, so I'm almost like taking my knee and bringing it towards my armpit,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna drive it through his left knee to sort of like knock that out from under him, and then roll over and roll on top of him. This
Okay.
classic move.
Give me an athletics check.
This isn't gonna go well. Oh, okay. That's a dirty 20.
Dierte 20. All right.
Dierte.
Up. You see his eyes just go "Whoa," as he's just like onto his back, and he just doesn't know what happened. Anything else you
Yeah.
want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that thing where you kind of like hawk a loogie and then sort of let it slip out and then suck it back up and let it slip out and suck it back up.
All right, give me a dexterity check.
Oh gosh.
Time. You're in there forever. A dex check?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy might be getting someone.
Dresden's Ace Ventura all of a sudden.
Oh man, high low. That is a 4.
All right, so you start. The spit comes out, and then it just comes out of your mouth. There's no. You make the sounds of. But you flip this guy over. You lean right over his face, and in his confusion, you just slow drip a spit from your mouth onto his face.
That was actually meant to be intimidating. I'm sorry. No, that's dirty. I apologize.
Rezik immediately one of the guys who you heard them kind of chit-chatting, and one of them has been calling the other one Chet. So one of them you've identified as Chet is just like, hey, what the hell, man? And he starts walking over to try and interfere because he's just getting literally spit on at this point. You gonna intervene at all?
Yeah, I trip him.
All right, give me athletics.
It's 13.
Ooh! Immediately he's like, what the hell, bro? Takes one step and just boom right onto his face. Immediately, his friend Brad right next to him, bro, what the hell? And pushes you a little bit. And he looks like he's now ready to fisticuff. This might turn into a front yard brawl. Meanwhile,
when Chet when Chet falls, I'm gonna presto and I'm gonna create a sound, and it's gonna be just a small little fart.
Yes.
All right. So order of effect, this guy, what the hell, bro, falls. You guys hear presto and. And then immediately Brad gives you like a shove, like not super hard, but clearly rude shove. I don't know if you can shove someone politely, but it's the opposite of a polite shove.
Prep school shove.
Yeah.
Instantly wearing for no reason.
Someone who's like, I think I can take this guy, but just in case, I'm not going to hit you hard enough to make sure like you don't pull out like weird kung fu and then I regret my decision.
And I just look over. I'm just like, oh my gosh, it was an accident. Is he okay? Trying to help him up.
All right, so you got to try and help this guy up. He's not having any of it. He's just, get off of me, told you not to touch me.
It's okay, don't be afraid. And I pressed on make his pants look like they're being soiled slowly.
Oh my God. We're going to come right back to that because that is just, bleh. Pup, you see the bourgeois looking at Keith's body, and it's almost like imagine if like a 15th century scientist could take a 20th century biology book and just start reading through it. It just looks fascinated with Keith, and it's like her fingertips, her hands, her skin, the elasticity, everything, the horns on her head. He's just looking at Keith, and she's breathing lightly, but he seems to have just kind of forgotten you were there.
Should I take care of that guy outside, or?
Yes, of course. If he finds out where I live, then I'll have to kill you all.
Oh. No, you won't, but I'll take care of him anyway.
Yes, do that and pretend like I'm nice enough not to kill you all.
I give him like a quick little like innocent kiss on the cheek, and then I run towards the door.
Okay, your lips touch. Like, have you ever seen someone who was out like probably in the sun for 20 years? You're like, was there even a night in your lifetime? Your skin is just a color that I've never seen before.
Nice.
It's that
Leathered.
like, leather, but it's like human leather. That's what I'm gonna call it.
You can buy that anyway.
No.
Ew.
Anyway,
Ew,
unrelated.
ew, 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 ew. There's so many gross
Can you,
things happening right now.
Put the link in Discord.
I got you.
Christmas is coming up.
All right, you had seen that in the crystal ball, it was like right around the corner and up the bank, because you had known you're right outside of those bathhouses. Up the bank, the guy was like scribbling a note really quickly. It looked like. So you head out, and immediately when you leave, that doorway just disappears right when you leave the room.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna look for and follow.
Okay, roll a stealth.
Because I was hoping to go out while that person was still writing.
Mm-hmm. Well, it looked like they were still riding in the ball.
So I should know where they are, right?
Yeah. It looks like they're just up the bank a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go there.
Give me a stealth check.
16.
16. All right, so you start heading up the bank sneakily, and you see that person scribing, and as you get closer, it just stops for a split second, and then poof, starts running, like full-on sprint down the street.
Oh, I'm chasing.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm a chase and tackle.
Poof, you just give chase, and he's running down this. And by the time you turn the corner and look, he is down at the next building, jumps up onto this building, this 2-story building, and starts climbing faster than you've probably ever seen somebody climbing before.
I'm gonna try to do the same.
Okay, give me an athletics check to try and climb up this building.
Okay, athletics?
Yeah.
18.
18. All right, so you're not quite as fast as this guy, but you're bolting down the street, you see him, you jump. And what gives you kind of the leverage, you can't climb as fast as him, but you can probably jump up half this building in one swoop. Poof, grab the building, you're right on his heels. You jump up, and then right when you pierce the top of that the rooftop, you see him all the emo bands. You see him just tiptoeing on the spine of this rooftop is really thin, and you see him very quickly bolting across this rooftop, just bouncing.
So like how I used to do on the trees. Perfect.
Exactly.
Chasing.
Give me a acrobatic check. Yeah, as you run across, you're just jumping. You jump up onto the rooftop, and then you got to follow this guy. What do you
17.
do? 17. All right, so you've done this a million times. You give chase. You just can feel. You can almost reach out and grab him when this guy just makes this flying leap from one building way over to the next one, and it's like probably a 15-foot gap, and poof, he grabs the edge of a building across the way and starts hoisting himself up. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm going to absolutely. I mean, I feel like I've done this in trees before. This
Okay.
for me is a.
All right, give me another athletics
This
check.
is like the most fun that I've had here, like because it's like the most normal to me. So like Puppy's like loving this, and I gotta have pie with my best friend.
All right. Well,
Or
give me an
cake,
athletics
not
check where
pie.
you try and jump this
Athletic?
gap. Yeah, athletics check.
10.
A 10. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Dex saving throw. 18.
18. You jump and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, I'm not. But you manage to grab onto this guy's body as he's pulling himself up. Now he was like halfway up, and all of a sudden he's back up. You guys are just hanging like 20 feet in the air off this building. I mean, you're probably 15 feet in the air because you're holding half of his body.
Mhm.
As you guys are hanging there, yeah.
Why are you running away?
As that's happening, you scream that to him. Cornelia, Kelwise, and Trust. You guys hear those footsteps slowly start walking up the stairwell, and you see a light source kind of looking up. Are you guys going to try and hide up there? What are you guys doing?
in the room?
So I was thinking I would go up to the top of the stairs. It looks like from the drawing, south of the staircase, it looks like there's, just a wall. So I was going to kind of try to make myself like a ball, kind of put my cloak over myself and make myself a ball sort of near the doorway, sort of near where the staircase reaches the top of the landing.
Okay.
Just kind of make myself invisible. I was also potentially going to whisper to Trust, use yourself as a decoy. Stand near the middle of the room.
And
Trust, what are you doing?
And once she gets... Oh, go ahead, Trust, actually.
Oh, no. Either way.
Mine comes. I just kind of want to follow eventually when she's like 3/4 or more
Okay,
up.
so give me a stealth check as you try and sneak up behind her, and then
I guess we're doing this.
Trust, what are you doing?
It's happening.
I'm so scared.
Quick, what are you doing? What are you doing? She's coming up the stairs. She's got like
coming up
one
the
step left
stairs.
before she sees you.
I guess I'm the decoy. I really wish I had my disguise self spell, but Dalladale didn't want us to nap.
You gonna move into the center of the room?
I'm gonna move into the center of the room. And the second she steps through the doorway, I would like to cast dancing lights like around her face.
Okay.
Like blind her vision, basically.
All right, so I'm just gonna use this token to represent her. If you can see it on stream. Oh my God, she's humongous. There we go. So she walks up, and you're walking up behind. Why can't I?
Is there a doorway? Is the door closed, or it just goes into the room?
The door into on the
There's
second
a
floor.
door. We opened it.
On the
Okay, and
second
then it
floor?
was closed again. So or the door she's going into, the room she's going into
Up
right
to
now.
the landing
She's
level.
just going
I don't
up
think
to
there
the
was a door.
stairs. There's no door there. It's just a
Okay,
stairway
cool.
that goes upstairs. Yeah.
Oh, there's no door there? Oh, is level 3 not the secret level?
Well, it is. It's just there
Oh.
was an attic outside of it, and then there was that secret door to the south that headed
we're
into
not
like a
in
secret
that
room.
secret room.
You're
Got
just
it.
in the attic portion of the
Got it.
house. All right. So give me a stealth check, Cornelia, as you attempt to go up after her,
Okay.
and then give me a
And I-
hide stealth check as well, Kelwise, as you try and hide.
And I kind of want to do it when she's already basically up there. If she's going to be in the center of the room, do I get it with advantage if she's being a decoy,
Advantage?
or what kind of?
Well, you said
I got
3/4 the way up the stairs, so she hasn't seen Trust yet as you go up.
Fine, I got a 9.
But I get advantage because the thing that I want is not to roll low. All right, so
Dirty
starts
20
heading
for
up-
me.
she starts heading up the stairs, doesn't even clock you at all, but immediately flips around Cornelia, sees you at the bottom of the stairs. She pulls out this dagger that was hidden in her belt, and
Which I
she
don't-
literally dives down the stairs as Trust you're casting those lights. So give me an Arcana check. Well, your Charisma save, right? So give me a Charisma check as you cast these lights around her head.
That's gonna be a 17.
A 17. All right, so yeah, you cast those right around her lights, which kind of blinds her for a second, but then she goes flying out down the stairs. You guys see her both she literally headfirst goes diving towards Cornelia down these stairs with a knife.
Yeah, but yeah.
All right.
I was casting them to like circle around her face. Would they not go with her when she dives?
They wouldn't. You'd have to command them to move on your turn, so they would like be circling around her, and then when she moved, they wouldn't necessarily go with her until you commanded them to move again. Because she's around the corner. She's now down the stairs. You can't see. Cornelia, you see this woman savagely just dive into you with this dagger and stabs at you. She misses, but she goes crashing into you onto the ground, and that lamp just shatters at the bottom of the stairs, making this explosion of sound. You three roll initiative.
$11.
11? 20?
4.
4. All right. So Cornelia, she dives, smashes into you on the bottom of the stairs, and you react. What do you do?
If she's close, I just want to try to slit her throat.
Okay, make an attack.
If she's close, I murder her.
Obviously. Oh, freaking.
Yeah, obviously.
No. I take it back.
I have a choice.
So just a D20, no extra.
It's a D20. It's a D20 plus your dexterity plus your proficiency, so it should be like plus 4 or 5.
Oh, so 6 plus. So I got a 8.
An 8. So you were kind of like you were crashed into this dagger was like coming right for your face, and you kind of you pull out your dagger and you try and hit her back, but unfortunately, like through the jumble and just the crazy mess, you miss. She rolls back, pulls out a second dagger, and then tries to cut your throat right back at you with 2 swings of her dagger at the same time. Both of them connect, and just you manage to get your arms up to protect yourself, but both of these daggers just cut almost to the bone of that fleshy part of your forearms. Where are all my dice? All right, you take 11. You take 11 points of damage. These daggers just super quickly. I mean, you literally feel the bone marrow kind of like seeping out of these wounds as these things cut you. Also, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my gosh. Natural 1.
Okay. This pain just raked your body. And then you start to feel less pain, and then less pain, and then you feel pretty good, but then you start feeling anything, and you immediately kind of just clunk, fall to the ground, paralyzed. Your eyes work fine. Your body is not responding at all. Kelwise, what are you doing?
Yeah, can I see if Amara has a necklace on from here, from this angle?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
I lit her up when she was close.
Yeah, with advantage, because those dancing lights, I mean, I would assume those dancing lights were kind of...
Hallelujah. That's a 11.
An 11. You didn't see any necklace. It could have been tucked in. She's still wearing her day clothes. She's not in like any kind of like nightwear, so she's still got like a couple layers on her, like just shirt and undergarments. You didn't see any necklace though around her neck.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to try to stab her, so I would like to mosey on down the stairs and stab her with both swords in the back.
Okay, so Kelwise goes flying down the stairs, pulls out both of his swords, and then goes for a flurry of attacks. Go ahead.
All right. So what do I add to mine then? Dexterity?
Proficiency plus your dexterity. So 2 plus whatever your dexterity modifier is.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's a 15 and then a 8. No.
All right, so
7.
Your first swing hits with a 15. You manage to strike out at her, and you land a pretty good blow. Roll damage. So that should be a D6 plus your dexterity modifier.
Yeah. Then that's a 6.
6 damage. All right. Yeah, you manage to just... She double slashes, and when she's wide open, you manage to just land a huge blow down the side of her body as her clothes just rip and blood just starts pouring out. And then your second swing hits the side of the stairwell, and then you just kind of... And then you manage to wrench it out of the wood, but it blocks your attack. Trust, what are you doing?
So, can I roll to see if I saw the amulet?
Yeah, sure.
With advantage, or?
He
got advantage from my lights. Why would I get advantage from my lights?
Sure. Yeah.
This is investigation. 18.
18, yeah. Again, you didn't see anything like a chain around her neck. You did see that she had like 2 hairpins that were in her hair like this, almost like chopsticks, and they were like jade with gold encrusted designs on them. You saw she was in nice clothes. They looked like workwear still, but they were nice. They weren't anything fancy. And you also know she didn't have really any rings or any jewelry on her at all. No necklace of any type.
This is useless. Can I? Would moving then? Okay, with dancing lights working how you're saying, would moving them be my action?
Moving dancing lights, I think, is a bonus action.
I don't know. I've never.
I think it says it in the.
Use them for combat.
Looking them up. As a bonus action, your turn, you can move the lights up to 60 feet.
Great. Okay. So I will move them to blind her so that she hopefully doesn't know what I look like.
Okay. Roll a charisma check.
13.
Okay. You attempt to blind her with the lights, and then what else are you doing?
I guess I am also
that physical
I'm just like this is so bad. Like all of this is bad. Like there's a guy with throbbing neck veins in the other room. Like no one else is with us. Cornelia's down. I have no magic. Like
was really confident the other day, feeling kind of like a mistake now.
Yeah. I really wanted that rest. Daladale, who isn't even here.
He's out there as a bird somewhere on a rooftop.
Wait, you guys did a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got my hit points back, but not my spell. Yeah. I actually forgot was Daladale supposed to alert if we were in trouble? Is he watching us? I forgot.
He was supposed to make a call if some outside force was going to make your life harder.
Oh, but
he would have no idea if anything inside made your life harder.
Oh, this was well planned. I'm gonna murder Daladale after this. I hope you know.
I gave you guys a little frame that you can press as a button to warn me if you guys are in danger. It's on Cornelia.
God damn it! Can't move. Okay. I'm gonna go down and I attack her with my short sword and my dagger. I'm gonna go for her like Achilles' heel.
Get her with that short sword.
All right.
I guess I can only do with one, so I'll go with my short.
All right, so you're gonna run down the stairs. No, it's pretty crowded down there, so it's gonna be hard to attack. You can still attack. It's just real crowded down there because you got Cornelia laying on the ground, slashing away, and then you ap Kellwise literally with 2 swords flying around.
Okay, fine. Then I will throw my dagger.
We're small.
Okay. Yes, you're small. Well, you're all small. So
you're all small.
If she was medium, you might be able to attack over, but she's small too, so she's at the same angle as you guys. Although coming down the stairs, but you'd have the landing. Throw your dagger.
Okay. 11.
An 11. It seems that you move your lights and she seems to duck underneath them and then dodge out of the way of your daggers into the wood right behind her head. Rezik. Chet, not happy. That he 1, soiled himself. 2, seemingly farted. 3, you tripped him. Chet stands up, starts pulling off his glove, and pulls off another glove, throws him at your feet.
Are you okay? I mean, everyone saw that right now. It's really embarrassing. Are you all right? Do you want me to help you clean yourself off? Or... Man, that was crazy.
You and me, we're gonna do this. Meanwhile, Dresden.
$20 on 20 gold on Rezik.
Dresden, as you say that, your best friend Broxton Chadley is gonna try and take 2 more swipes at your face.
Okay, yeah, but he's pinned. Know that. I'm on top.
You're on top now, and he's on the bottom. But he's gonna try and be
man.
One punch he manages, and you take 3 more damage. He manages to get an elbow up, and just boom, hits you.
It's not that bad. Hey, you're doing all right. Good. Hey, look, you're doing good. All right, remember that.
Are you gonna do anything back?
Yeah, I'm gonna take both my hands and just fucking wham him in the face.
Okay, give me an attack. As you try and like haymaker him in the face.
But I'm also, encouraging him. Oh, Rezik, these dice. 11.
We are having very different experiences.
11.
Yeah.
And 11 hits.
Oh, idiot.
So yeah, you take his own move and use it against him. Like the most ineffectual, like, why are you locking your fingers? Don't ever lock your fingers. Yeah. And you manage to just pummel him in the face. Give me what was your so you're using both hands. So you just boom, smash him in the face.
So normally
you just feel this crack in his nose, maybe a crack in his teeth, maybe a crack in the very frame of his skull as you just whack him straight onto the face. And when you lift your hands up, it's almost like some of his teeth have cut your hands and some of his flesh is now in your fingers, and you rip it out and just a stream of blood explodes out of his face. Meanwhile, Pup, you're hanging on to this guy. You see him holding on with both hands, and then he quickly grabs down and starts reaching for something, and you can probably assume it's something like a dagger or such to try and fend you off. What are you going to do? You're going to bite him? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm going to bite him and be like, don't drop us! And I'm going to bite him.
Okay, roll an attack. With advantage.
Cool. I'm going to tongue. Advantage. Oh gosh, yeah, I know what I'm supposed to add. Yep. Dirty 20.
All right, you bite him. We're gonna count this as an unarmed attack, so give me a D4. That's your dex.
And I get to add stuff to my unarmed because I think it's like one of my things. Yeah, 4.
4 damage. All right. Yeah. You bite him. And just you feel your teeth start slowly cutting through the very flesh that is his body, just like knives, and then you suddenly feel yourself just floating and falling and falling. Give me a dexterity saving throw. Oh, jeez.
18.
Just some people. Yeah, you're falling. You manage to twist, and then you hit the ground, but
very used to this.
It's soft because something broke your fall, and it turns out it was his neck falling straight down onto the ground and breaking. And you just see this body, and you feel some movement, but it's unnatural. It's like twitching feeling as you just see his body spasming uncontrollably. And
did I break him? And I try to put his neck back.
Yeah, try and put his neck back, and you right his esophagus, which got pierced by one of the vertebrae that just broke out and shattered, and you start to see bubbling blood just start gurgling out of his mouth.
I try to do to him the things that I've seen Dresden do. Okay, this is a pulse, and this is where this bone goes here. Yeah, this is like any other guy. I take some dirt and I start rubbing it in the wound. He just rubbed dirt in it one time. I don't know if he was telling the truth or.
Yeah, you managed to put his body back to the resemblance of what mostly his neck was just disconnected, right? And you put his head kind of like, this is where this goes. And so this person is just spasming and blood is spurting out, and you have his hand and you're like, huh, where do you find the heartbeat on this thing? Yeah.
I'm like grabbing the... It was like this thing. You put it here.
As that's going on, Cornelia, just out of the back of your eye, you don't know how you know this, but your sixth sense kicks in, and you see a man standing right behind you with what looks like a long sword, and he just goes and swings it at your back. Oof. And you noticed he was there, but it was a little too late, as this guy just takes this long sword and slices at you, dealing 2 damage.
I'm gonna die today.
Yeah, your eyes kind of go like, but you can't really dodge out of the way, and he just kind of takes this thing and rams it, tries to stab you with it, but it's really haphazard. It doesn't feel practiced. You've seen people who are good with swords, and this is the opposite of that. Give me another Constitution saving throw. A 16. That guy comes, stabs you, and nicks you, and you almost feel it. The feeling starts coming back into your body. You can't move yet, but probably by next round you'll be up and tumbling again. Kelwise, Omara clocks you swinging your dual scimitars, and she does the same double strike at you that she pulled on Cornelia. And one of them hits, and the other one into the wall, and then she can't get it out. This close quarters fighting is just not going well for anyone. Do I have no D4s at all? I can feel them in my thing, and I can't get them out.
Here you go.
You take 5 damage as this dagger pierces into you, and the other dagger goes wide and then slams into a wall, and she immediately just lets it go. And then she jumps back down the west side of the hallway. So she kind of retreats back to where that stairwell is. Kelwise, you do clock that man who they told you or didn't tell you was in the bedroom. You clock him in the doorway, stabbing at Cornelia on the ground with his longsword. So what are you doing now? Kelwise, you're up.
Yeah. Omara ran away from me?
She ran to the west. It looks like she's going to run off and go down the stairs.
Opportunity attacks,
Okay.
by the way.
Yeah.
Well, she disengaged. She disengaged.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh, so you made up a rule. So she. Sorry. Okay.
Rogues
I see.
get disengage as a bonus action.
Okay.
Okay. I don't just make up rules. And yes, I can make up rules whenever I feel like it. All right.
Me telling you that you made up a rule is hilarious. Okay, so then since she's disengaging, I guess I'll try to attack this new gentleman with a sword who's standing over Cornelia.
Give me a
couple attacks.
Yep. The double slice.
Ooh, so I got a natural 20.
Ooh, yeah.
Plus several, and then
okay, here's what we got to do.
And then an 8.
And an 8. On that natural 20, roll a D100.
Okay. Come on, big money. Oh, 26.
26. All right, so this guy's stabbing at Cornelia, and roll your damage. So 6 plus a D6 plus your dexterity. We're doing brutal criticals. For everyone at home, we're doing maximum damage on the first die, and then you roll the critical hit die as extra to make sure that criticals feel impactful.
And you said plus the dexterity?
So it's D6 plus 6 plus dexterity. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 14.
14. You run up. He swings at Cornelia, and then you kind of check Omara, and then you check this guy, and immediately your first sword just gonna right into his throat, and then you cut out, and this guy just immediately drops to the ground, and immediately you hear a scream coming from Omara on the west end side.
He didn't have a necklace on, did he?
Not that you can tell. No, he had no necklace.
Okay.
But you see Omara just scream in agony, and she just clocks you, and you see this just venom in her eyes. Trust, what are you doing?
Yeah, and I shoot daggers at her and go, "You're next."
I'm actually
good.
She's at the bottom of the stairs, or she's like, where is she?
She ran towards the stairs to go down. So she ran to the west end of the hallway, and she was gonna start heading down.
Oh,
it
so
looks like she was gonna
down yet. Damn it! I was gonna try and search the room, but she's in my way. Okay, then I'm just gonna use I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery from a safe distance away from her.
Okay. What are you saying?
I'm gonna say, you bleeding pit-loving son of a wanker! I can't believe you would imprison so many people for your own gain! You vile witch!
All right. She fails her save. Roll some damage. 4 damage. And she has
psychic damage.
Okay. You see her just twitching as her brain is being racked with this psychic damage. Meanwhile, Rezik, this guy comes at you, fists up. He starts swinging. His first attack just throws out a jab to test the waters, but he's jabbing at you. How do you reply?
I just go, "Oh, be careful! You're soiled down there. I don't want to get that on me. Be careful with that."
Oh God!
Guys, back me up here.
The fire just raging in his eyes. It's almost a complete side by side to this Brox and Chadley that Dresden is now just mutilated. You look down and Brox and Chadley seems to be still conscious, but you're not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing because you just caved his face in. But he seems to be kind of conscious, half so. He's just kind of lying on the ground. Like,
is that the one that I just murdered with my fist?
Yeah. And you hear one of the guards kind of standing. There were those 2 guards by the door, and you hear one of them kind of like it looks like
yield. Well, I didn't hear anything, so maybe yes. Huh?
He immediately just coughs up, and a big old thing of blood just goes all over.
I'd like to.
Dexterity.
Fuck you. Oh, natural 20, baby!
You see him try and speak, and he's like, you're like, no. And then, like this just explosion of blood just kind of explodes out, and you're like, no. Got enough of it on my hands. But it seems like he's in no mental state to declare anything, really. If this were a boxing match, that judge would be like, calling it right.
He'd be calling the police.
You notice, Rez seems to have gotten himself a little side bet going on.
Let's all calm down. It was a fair fight. I lost some money on that. How about a drink? And I put my pouch of fake liquor out again.
Okay.
Anyone?
Doesn't look like this guy's backing down. Pop, you're reconstructing this poor vertebrae. You hear a sound, and you notice like you hear kind of like a sound of like heavy footsteps, multiple pairs of footsteps coming kind of from a north end bend. It might be guards, it might be some commissioned soldiers. It's hard to tell, but they're moving fast, and you kind of hear a commotion because that guy was screaming as he was falling off the building.
Yeah, I would like to quickly grab everything out of his pockets because I knew that he was writing stuff down. I want to grab that paper and then dip.
Okay. Yeah, you grab that paper and you just bolt, and no one seems to be around. You bolt away from the direction down south.
I mean, and if there's anything else that's shiny in his pockets.
All right, give me an investigation real quick.
Love that. Yeah, intelligence. Let's see. 10 minus 1 is a 9.
And then you do notice that he had that dagger. It's a very plain looking dagger on his body, and he had a little pouch full of jingled a little bit.
I'm gonna take the pouch, and I'm going to take. I'm gonna leave the pouch. I'm just gonna grab a couple of the jingles.
Okay.
But leave the pouch because I have no care for it. And
you
then take the paper.
13 copper pieces or silver pieces were in his little pouch.
Different friendship coins. I'm so used to the yellow ones.
Yeah.
Great.
Cornelia, you feel the feeling in your body starts coming back as you saw this dude who's just almost decapitated right in front of you. You manage to hoist yourself up, and that's when you hear it. You hear, and then another door opens down that southern hall. You do see Omara spitting venom at Kelwise with her eyes, and then Trust to just psychically demeaned her, shamed her.
And where'd you say Omara's headed?
She was headed west, but stopped when she saw what you can assume is her husband, mutilated.
Do I have a shot at her to throw a dagger?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
All right, throw a dagger. An 8. And she manages to duck around and just now there's just nicks and scrapes all in this house. There's one dagger in the wall right next to you. There's one.
By the way, do I get proficiency with that?
Yes.
Okay, so 11.
11 still manages to dodge out of your attack, but it was close. Immediately, she pulls out this crossbow, Kelwise, points it right at your face. And you see it, and then your chest, you're just knocked back by this crossbow bolt that just almost floors you, dealing 5 points of damage as it just hits you in the torso. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Can I do a bonus action, by the way, and just kind of stand in evade position, just...
An evasive... I don't know that you can use a dodge action as your bonus action.
Okay.
I think it's only hide, disengage, or dash. Unfortunately. That would be an action. What'd you get, Kelwise? A 4. So, it hurts. Oh, God, it hurts. It hurts less. Oh, I feel pretty good. And then, clunk. So, Kelwise, in turn, just onto the ground as you feel some sort of poison running through your body. You just fall to the ground. Immediately, you start hearing a commotion. What's going on out there? What's going on? And you see this old woman hobbling up from that stairway from the north and south. And you start hearing crying coming from behind her as well. This older woman kind of runs up to the just at the entrance of the hallway, looks to the left, sees Omara, looks to the right, and sees her son-in-law or son, and just decapitated, and just holds her face. That was her turn. Kelwise, give me a Constitution saving throw. So you fall to the ground. You're kind of
another 4
cocked, and then you're just like, all right, waiting for this thing to end. Trust. What are you doing?
Well, I was gonna try and yell at them to stay where they are, but that's too late.
Well, I'm staying where I am.
Yeah, not you guys. No.
Kellwise is not going anywhere.
No, I was gonna yell for the kid and the grandma to not come closer, but I guess I will. Jeez Louise. I don't like any of it.
This is all my fault, guys. I'm sorry.
You're not sorry. Don't do that.
So chaotic. I guess I'm gonna yell it. I guess I'll do vicious mockery again.
Okay. On who?
On Omara.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, of course. Am I near Kellwise?
Yeah, you're right next to him.
Can I kind of like kick him as a bonus action since I saw that?
Sure.
Well, no, because
Sure.
then when Cornelia got sliced by the other sword, for some reason the poison went away. So like, I think maybe like
I've got the magic
some other
kick.
energy, some other injury will like.
All right, mocker viciously.
All right. You brought this upon yourself, you absolute swamp creature! How dare you mess with hoaxes and be up the pit, bitch!
Whew, failed again. Roll some damage.
Some real good stuff. Oh, that was just a 1.
A 1. All right. Again, that psychic damage racks her. And yes, I rolled for disadvantage. Still hit Kellwise. If anyone asks. All right, Rezik. Coming at you again.
We both lost.
Uh-oh. Do we have to swallow it too?
Can't put my tongue. What?
Is it okay? Hey, that's not that bad. Are you okay? Don't touch your eyes.
Okay.
I think
I can't swallow it. I can't.
Help. Help.
I'm trying to swallow it.
Can we play D&D now? Hey, Captain Explosion is gonna take on a whole other meaning.
She's the one that I want with me when the sky comes crashing down to the sea. And I'll always trust her to roll 20. Everyone's excited because tonight we're playing D&D.
Turns out it's easier to live without thumbs than I thought.
I'm not going first. I'm a wizard. Historically, wizards never go first.
Well, historically, there's never been a better time to break the wizard glass ceiling.
You know who would be awesome at breaking glass ceilings?
Is it you?
It's me.
Yeah. So you go first.
Don't mind if I do.
Actually, Captain Explosion, roll a dexterity check to open the door, but with disadvantage. Ooh. Unfortunately, you try and open the door, but you're all thumbs.
Hey, that's not funny.
Yeah, that's a 0 out of 2 thumbs for me.
Oh, this was a tragedy.
Yeah, he tried his best. It is nothing to thumb your nose.
Princess Adeline will go in first. Prudence is right. I need to take more chances and stop being afraid of failing. Failure is learning. Failure is opportunity. Failure is terrifying.
It's not that Sarah is
incapable.
It's just she's a little
sensitive.
Yes. Last time her character died, she locked herself in her room and watched Ghost.
The musical.
You know what? I'll go in first.
You know, that is a great idea.
Just let me do it. We're ready.
Ooh, nose goes.
Guys, stop it. I appreciate you having my back, but it is time I carried my own weight. It is time I earned my ice cream. Noah, what's next?
Ooh, what is this?
I'm the Viking King. Don't be the last to row my boat, huh? Don't be the last, quickly! Come on! Oh no! Oh no! Great. Great. We were defeated by the English. Are you happy? My stepfather just mapped his genes on one of those online DNA tests. He's 2.3% Scandinavian. That basically means I'm a Viking.
With a loud Princess Adeline pushes the wooden door open into the final throne room.
What's in the room? What do I see? I dodge it. No, I don't. Yes, I do.
Inside is an immense chamber, lit only by a single faint
Lantern! Torch! Light bright!
candle. In the back of the chamber, shrouded in darkness, you notice a gold-encrusted throne made of pure marble.
I attack the darkness. Never mind. Shut up!
What if we all went in together?
Why? Don't you trust me?
Yes.
I'm ready for this. I'm ready for the big slide.
You hear a voice call out to you.
I am the King of Dragon Peak. You are fools to have come here, and none of you will leave alive.
And suddenly, from behind the throne room appears a kind-looking old woman with a crimson knit shawl and a wicker basket full of daisies.
Oh, shoot.
I knew it! Captain Explosion! Always kill the first person you meet in the campaign, because they're either the villain, a spy for the villain, or a completely innocent bystander. Okay, how are we doing
I
this?
rush in and attack.
Yeah, maybe not
I
such a-
especially don't want to hear from you right now,
But if you
Noah.
would just let
Noah, rule 8.
Fine. You rush in and attack.
Critical hit. Double damage. What was that?
Princess Adeline is crushed by the huge claw of a reptilian creature
Why are you rolling?
and impaled by one of its teeth in its giant maw
What is happening?
and blasted by its acid breath.
I have perfect health. How much damage can it do? At least I'm not missing out.
So the old woman was actually an ancient black dragon, magically disguised as a human? Just imagine the T-Rex from Jurassic Park with wings spouting gallons of flesh-burning acid. I might have gone too far. You all rush out of the room, slamming the door closed, holding it with all your strength. Bam! The dragon hits the door.
Okay, this is not gonna hold forever. What do we do?
We run.
I just leave my body behind?
Bang! The dragon hits the door again, sending splinters of wood to rain down on you.
Quick, cover your eyes. The dragon will lose its powers if we don't believe in it.
That's Santa Claus.
What? Santa's real.
Oh, you know what you could
Sarah.
Noah?
Rule number 9.
That's a stupid rule.
Wait, can we contest the rules?
No.
Well, to be honest, I kind of hate rule number 3, and I have a whole...
That's too bad. None of the rules are up for debate, and none of them can be changed.
I think you're taking this a little too seriously, Noah.
This isn't a game, Sarah.
Actually, it is.
You know what? Fine, Noah. Do whatever you want without regard to anybody else.
Rule number 2.
I'm not even there, Noah. Here's what I think about your stupid rules. Am I mad? Of course I'm mad. I cannot believe that Noah killed Princess Adeline. You know, honestly, I just feel bad for him. She had a lot to offer. A lot to offer. Molly Jensen would never stand for this. I'm just really glad you're here, Gerber.
Ditto, Sarah Bear.
I love that movie.
What movie?
In all our years, Sarah has never been sent to purgatory. Yeah, I kind of always assumed that was just a place Noah made up to get rid of Gary.
Yes.
Well, that was fast. Grandma Booney just scared off my new tenant.
I heard Gary's looking for a place to live.
She chose to run it alone. The final boss, with no preparation. That's what happens when you run in guns a-blazing before you're ready. That's exactly what I did with her book.
It's amazing, Molly. The love inside, you take it with you.
OM, Goblin? How are you getting service in here?
Corgi.
Bobby, I'm gonna need you to bite your dog's ear for me.
Yeah, just a nibble. Just a little.
Or like his cheek. Just like all the cheek meat.
We're having a corgi party.
We need a puppy cam.
Yeah.
We do.
Oh, puppy cam.
Can we make some room in the stream for the puppy cam?
He's so happy right now.
Yes,
to be on
you
your
can
lap.
absolutely do that. That will make that happen.
There's a blind kid.
Speaking of segue.
There's a blind kid in the hallway.
Conveniently.
You hear...
Yeah, there's a kid who is blind.
hallway.
That's the correct way to... That's my bad.
In a panic, actually. Just calling out, Mother, Mother, Mother. Cornelia.
No, she doesn't seem to care about her father, so that's good.
I'm gonna pull out that little box. I think I'm going for it to alert Rezik just of some trouble. Do you think?
As I'm lying on the ground, helpless,
he can't respond.
Blinking probably at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the little. You know the box. Everyone knows the box.
The box.
So Rezik knows.
The Rezik knows box. Are you going to use it?
See, yes.
Okay, so you pull out the box and you shove your hand in. Rezik immediately. You start hearing that. That's your alarm. Yeah.
Alarm.
Yeah,
That's hard to wake up to.
Something akin to like the Animaniacs.
Do I have another move, maybe a bonus? Or does that take an action?
So it would be like an action, yeah, to pull that out because you didn't really have it on hand. So you could pull it out as your action. You could probably still move if you'd like to run away somewhere or move.
I'm going to move, and can I yell at the same time? Shite, I don't know what I want to do. Yeah, I'm going to move up the stairs as well.
Okay, so you pull out that, you sift through your stuff, you grab that box, you pierce the veil of the alarm, and you run out the stairs. Meanwhile, you see Omara just scream out and sees her kid, runs up, grabs this kid, and then heads south towards the bedrooms. And then you hear her just shut the door, and the grandmother runs after them. Kelwise, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Hey, 13.
13. Yeah, you start to feel the nerve endings coming back, and the pain of that arrow really throbbing in your side starts coming back. Trust, what are you doing?
Which bedroom did they run into?
Well, they ran around the hallway. It'd be hard to tell which one they ran into from where you're at.
How far is that master bedroom where the...
Yeah, I mean, you assume it's the farther one because the one is like right around the corner, and then the other one is
can I make it to that room? Do I have the movement to make it to that room?
Yeah, you could run over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over. I'm gonna try and search that room for the amulet, because like that's what we're here for.
The master bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
sure. So you.
Yeah. Can I tell Telwise, like, I'm like, I don't know, search the secret room with the bells. She knows we're here now. I'm like, run off.
Okay, as you see Kelwise slowly start.
I agree.
Off the ground. Yeah, so you run in that room, you immediately see there's like a dresser and around the corner, and there's a chest at the foot of the bed. Mm-hmm. Those are the only two things that are like apparent right off the bat.
There's not like a vanity.
No, nothing like that. But you mean the dresser may have something inside. There's just two big doors.
I open the dresser.
Yeah. Okay. So you run over, you open the dresser, and inside you see there's just these two big long sections where you can like hang clothes, and then there's two like pull-out compartments at the base of it. And you look inside, and there's a few valuables in here. A few like nice looking rings. They don't look super expensive, but there's a few pieces of jewelry. And as you're sifting through those, you notice kind of like this compartment, and it's like a compartment underneath the jewelry that you almost missed, but because of like your flurry of searching through things, you kind of bumped it. But it looks like it's locked. It's like latched shut, but you see that there's a little compartment underneath the jewelry.
It's just wood, right?
It's wood, yeah.
I hack it with my sword.
All right, so you shove your sword in there and you start prying it. Give me an athletics check.
10.
A 10. You're like putting all your weight onto it, and that latch just breaks open. Meanwhile, Rezik, this guy's still got his fists up. He's looking at you, but he's kind of losing steam. It's been like he just had that couple seconds to like cool down, and then he's like, oh no, I can't get it back. I can never get back to my rage form. He seems like he's settling down, but at the same time, you start hearing that alarm going off in your head.
Punch him, Rez.
All right, well, it's been a great time. I think probably should head to bed now, buddy.
Hey.
What do you think?
And then there's like a guy who you made the bet with, and he's like,
"Oh yeah,
boy, pay up."
Yeah, here's your 5 gold. Good job. I
5 go away. Hey, whoa. And you see him just start tallying on his little notes he made, and you can tell this guy's a little slow, but he's just kind of like, carry the 5. It's you. Oh, and if you lost, that means he has to pay. All right, and then the pot and he's just slowly trying to figure out how.
I'll give you a 6th for your time. Here you go, 6 gold. Just have a great night. Don't spend it all in one place. Let's head out, bud. And I start walking. I start walking around the corner.
Did you bet against me?
Yeah, the little guy seemed like he was. I don't know. It was a possibility. It could have been surprise.
I'm hurt.
You see Chet and Brad slowly walk over to Brox and Chadley and start picking him up off the ground, and just blood is just all over his face, down his shirt. It's just soaking everything.
Yeah, ice that. That boy needs ice.
Where are we gonna find some ice?
It's more of a statement that you say to someone, like a no hard feelings except when you don't mean it.
You can see that it churns. The lights
You know
on.
what? You're right, Rez. Let's roll.
All right, you guys start heading south. Pup, where are you headed?
Well, I was gonna head back to the house where I figured all the rest of them were heading because I had been out there playing music before.
Okay, yeah. So you start heading to where you guys performed.
Mm-hmm.
That'll take you quite some time though, at this rate, because you're not all the way across town, but you're across King City. You're on the east side, and they're on the northeast side.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cornelia, you ran up the stairs. What are you doing now?
I want to go where that chest was, actually, in the jangly balls, and check for the amulet in there.
Okay, so you're just gonna rush into that. So it takes you a little bit of time to get that secret door open again. You probably run upstairs. You make it into the secret room.
We left it open.
Oh, you left it open.
Right. We did. Remember, we left it ajar.
Yeah. All right. So you rush up there. You go up, and you're just opening that chest.
I'm gonna, because I know there's a trap there. I want to kind of secure the trap to make it as silent as possible.
All right. So you're gonna run up and disable the trap. All right. Give me a sleight of hand check.
15.
A 15. Yeah. You managed to cut the wire and then hook the cloth up into the wood so it doesn't go off. You can open it, but that'll be next turn. Because that'll be the most, because you ran kind of all the way up the stairs and in. You guys hear some commotion from that closed doorway. Trust, you ran into the room, you're looking Kelwise. You hear it from that closed door in the middle section on that hallway heading south. You kind of hear commotion in that room. You hear voices, they're muffled because they're in the room, but you hear them scattered about. What are you doing? You're kind of back up to your full fighting strength now.
Yeah. So I believe that the other 2 members of my party are looting things right now. So I think I want to go and try to maybe kick this door down.
All right. Yeah. So you run down the hallway.
Let's go find out what's inside.
All right. Yeah. Give me a strength. Roll it.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Roll a D4 and add your strength.
A D4 and add my strength.
Yeah.
Okay, well I got a 4, which is good because my strength is -1.
Yeah. So despite your stature, despite your despite your skip of leg day, you just reel back, and this is Sparta right at the perfect angle. You kind of kick up and out, and boom, this door flies open. you see inside that young girl, two very, very small, maybe 4 and 5 years old little boys back behind her. And then in front of them, you see Omara with both of her daggers just totally ready to,
So many children.
like a rat in the corner, just ready to spring at you. Oh, only one dagger. There are daggers in the wall. So one dagger ready to spring at you, and she's kind of got this defensive pose.
Okay. So I point both swords at her, and I say, Omara, this is your one chance. I'll spare you, but let me know where your amulet is.
She kind of looks at you, and kind of in this flurry. If I give you the amulet, they'll kill me. For sure. I'll take my chances.
Who's they?
And she kind of jumps at you, lunges at you, but we'll come back to that. It kind of seems like she thought about it. Well, give me a persuasion check too. Give me a persuasion roll.
Ooh, a 19.
A 19. You can tell she definitely thinks about it. It's a thought. She doesn't say no right away, but in the end, it just looks like she's like weighing two options, and you don't know what plan B is, and that seems to just not be something that she's into, and she comes dashing at you. Trust, you broke this panel open. You look inside, and there are some very, very nice pieces of jewelry. Like gold, platinum, rings, everything. Nothing that looks like a pendant though, but like sparklies. All kinds of different sparklies. And shinies.
Are there any rings?
There's a few rings, yeah.
I'll grab one.
You grab one. All right, there's two rings there. One of them's platinum with a ruby, a small ruby, and one of them's gold with an emerald, like a dark green emerald.
Oh, the emerald.
Okay, you grab the gold ring with emerald. Anything else?
I'll try and open the chest.
Okay, so you snatch that emerald. You run over to the chest and you throw it open. You start rifling through this chest, and you just see that there's blankets and clothes and extra shoes. It just looks like there's just extra stuff in here. There doesn't seem to be anything. Give me an investigation check, too. Just.
It's not going to be good. 6.
6. You don't see anything of note, necessarily, but for the most part, it's just clothes and blankets. You don't see any like special embroidery or anything like that, and it's hard to tell what kind of material this is because it's in the dark and you're just rifling through stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'll try to. If I have any movement left, I'll just make my way out of that room.
Okay, so you kind of start to head out.
Everything.
I lost everything.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Yeah, so you start heading out. Rezik, you guys kind of are walking away. This alarm is just still blaring in your head. What are you doing? You in Dresden?
All right, Dresden. Well, I heard the ping in my head from the group. We definitely should get in there as fast as we can and try to help them.
I can't fucking believe you bet against me.
I had to make it interesting. No one's betting on the little guy. I had full faith in you. Don't worry. We need to help them.
We're gonna talk about this. The alarm went off.
I knew this would come back. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Yes. The alarm went off. It sounded. What is that? The alarm went off. We need to get in there immediately.
Magic is interesting. Okay, we'll get it. Go. Lead.
Well, all right.
Do we have to go around the back?
Yes. Let's go.
There's a bunch of people right next to us. Go. Lead. And I do that like exaggerated like whistling walk, but you're really walking very fast.
Yeah, we go around the back.
All right. And as you guys do that, Dalladale kind of hops down from where he was. Everything all right? Looks like you got in quite the tumble there.
Oh. This asshole bet against me.
Useless Dalladale.
Bet against you.
Yeah.
Judging by your face, I might have bet you against you too.
Yeah,
a couple of shiners there.
Hallway, shut up.
I guess I didn't see the other guy though, so I can't really judge.
He might be dead.
All right, Cornelia, you throw open this chest. You see,
and I'm ready to dodge.
You throw open the chest and you're ready to dodge. You see a spell of if you didn't dodge, you get a whole lot of gold. It's weird. That's a very specific spell. You see a really nice like container. It's like this leather cylinder with a stopper on one end. It looks like finely crafted out of some kind of cured leather. You also see 2 hand crossbows and a set of bolts lining the top. You see these really nice brown black boots made for like a medium-sized person, and you see a big old cloak that's a dark green. And at first, when you looked at it, you thought it was like a bush, and then you like realize it's a cloak made out of woven fibers, which is just interesting. You also see a medium set of fine like black leathers that's kind of thin. It looks like all this stuff is kind of made for Omara. It's like this black leather armor that also looks to have like these designs and almost runes like crafted into the leather, just like etched into it.
How much of it can I carry?
If you're just gonna snatch and grab, you could probably, grab like the 2 things, maybe.
I want to focus on the leather case, the cylinder case, and the cloak, I believe.
Okay, so you just grab those 2 things in your hands, and you're just like, all right.
Yeah. And if I can grab something else, possibly, but yeah.
That's all you can add. You could probably spend the rest of your turn like trying to shove some of that stuff in. Like, do you have like a backpack or anything like that?
No, no. I have a cloak though. I can maybe put it in my hood.
Put it in your hood. I mean, it might fall out. It's like a human-sized cloak, and you're like 3'5", so that cloak's gonna be like huge. It's like trying to take bed sheets and stick them into your cloak hood. I mean, yes, it would be technically possible, but it might not be practical. It might just fall out immediately.
I want that thing with the runes on it too.
I mean, that leather armor might be the bulkiest thing there. That might be something that would be almost impossible to like grab all the different pieces of.
I'm gonna pick up what I can and then kind of put all of the stuff just right outside of the floor that I think maybe is worthy of taking, like the rune. Hopefully someone can grab it on their way out, but and then I'm gonna head kind of toward where the potions were.
Okay. So you just kind of rifle through everything, show it on the ground, and you run over to the potion case. Kelwise, right as you offer a parlay, and it seems like she's not into it. She takes a swipe at you with her dagger. She manages to just jam that thing right into your body, dealing 4 piercing damage as she just stabs in and out. Your turn.
Yeah, slashing with both swords.
Okay.
And we got a 14 and a 7.
The 14 hits. The 7 unfortunately does not. Roll some damage.
Do I add something to that again? Dexterity?
Yes, dexterity modifier.
Yeah, so 4.
4 damage. She swipes at you, runs and stabs you with that, and immediately you just kind of take your sword, slide it, and it just cuts right at the edge of her throat, and she just falls down. Clutching at her throat as just blood starts pouring out on the floor. And right then you see those two young 4- and 5-year-old boys start screaming, and that other young girl's just like looking around, trying to hold back what looks like her two brothers. And that's when you see it. The super tight band just right on her arm, on her upper arm, and you see that pendant just grafted into this tight metal band around her arm.
Metal band.
Yeah. And it looks just, like those really tight upper arm bands. And it's just been welded onto her body.
Welded on.
Yep.
So I can't pull it off.
You can try.
What does welded onto her body mean? Since a body is not
It's been
metal.
you look at it, it looks like a band, right? Like a band that doesn't have just like a click, take it off and put it back on. It looks just like a solid piece of metal that's just been welded onto her. Anyways, Hellwise, as Trust, what are you doing as that's all happening? You ran back out in the front. You've got this nice gold ring with an emerald on it.
I'm gonna run upstairs and break into the chest with the jangly bells that was up there.
Okay, so you kind of make it all the way up, and you see the chest has already been rifled through. Stuff is all over the ground, and then you see Cornelia right at the potion case, ready to pick that one.
I was not paying attention. I did not realize she went up.
I'm too quick, man.
So quick.
It's the road.
But you do see at the base two really nice sets of human-sized boots and that black leather armor with the small little designs that almost look like runes etched into it.
Mm-hmm.
2 hand crossbows and a set of 20 crossbow bolts.
But it's like a human-sized armor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna rifle through the desk. I was too scared to rifle through before.
Okay. You pull up in the desk and you start rifling through it and you start looking through the papers. A lot of the papers actually just look like mundane bookkeeping. The kind of stuff that you would do if you were running a city.
Yeah.
Nothing it would take hours to pour through all the documents here. But from what you can see, most of them just look like records for deals and stuff. And you can assume the ones up here are probably some back-end deals. Nothing that'll really help you per se. A lot of it's written in a script that you're this would take a long time to figure out. I don't really even understand.
But there's no seal or anything.
No seals.
Okay. I mean, I don't really think I can do anything else.
Yeah. All right. We go around. Cornelia, what are you doing?
I'm gonna disarm and steal
roll a
those
sleight of hands.
A 9.
A 9. All right. So you cut the wire, and you hold what you think is going to be the part that's supposed to make the jingly bits, but it's the opposite. And Trust, you hear just this crashing sound as these bells just fall to the ground. Dresden, you and Rezik also hear this crashing coming from upstairs in this house. It's that loud. Yeah, Cornelia, you're like, oh. Whoops.
Yep,
so,
we should go in there.
I don't think they know we're here, but now they do.
Yeah,
They're
so what are you
dead,
doing?
so it doesn't matter.
Grandma's still alive.
So you slide open that case, and again you have those 2 potion bottles and then the 3 vials right next to them, just kind of sitting on the thing. But you've still got your hands full already and nowhere to put these vials.
Is this called the Rogue's Dilemma?
Can I like
Oh.
put the
Just start,
case
like,
on my
putting things
head
on me.
to try to balance it? So it's like, okay.
If you put the cloak on your head, it would probably just like cover your body. You'd look like a ghost running around like under a sheet.
I want that cloak for somebody. It's gonna be cool. I know it.
I mean, if you can think of a way to carry all this stuff without dropping it.
Can I just lay the cloak down and kind of pile it in the cloak and pick it up like a nice sack?
Yes, you can. All right, so you quickly grab these potions. You kind of wrap them all up. You hear them clinking back and forth, and you're like, please don't break, please don't break, please don't break, please don't break, please don't break. And you take the cloak and you roll it up, and it's just this big old wad now of like cloth and such. And you rolled up the cylinder in there too, right? Yeah. So it's really like a two-handed. It's like really like a two-handed backpack thing at this point. You're like, I cannot physically fit anything more in here. You've got it all bundled up.
I just like look
it's
over.
Christmas.
Like, ugh,
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah, and then that's what you see. Kelwise.
Don't judge me.
Kelwise, what are you doing?
So
see this girl, and she's like reaching out, and you can see in her eyes, like her eyes have gone like gray. It's almost like there's no color at all. There's no pupil. There's nothing. Her eyes are just this gray spheres.
Yeah, that's concerning. But disregarding that, I would like to get this armband off, and I think the first thing I'm going to try is just because it worked earlier, some spit lubrication, just on the arm, on the old arm, and then try to yank it off.
Okay.
You're gonna spit on a child?
No, it's not. It's Omara. It's not Omara.
He could be cutting
Omara's
her
arm.
arm. So I
For some reason, I thought it was a girl.
The alternative is I'm cutting the arm off.
No, it's on the young girl's arm.
on the child.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, it's not on Omara.
James,
It's
how-
on the blind. It's on
Ask
the
her
blind
to take
child's
it off.
arm.
It's on the
Hence,
blind
you're going to
child
spit
arm.
on a child?
Can we just say James
I
is
think
messed
that's kind
up?
of funny.
Just throwing that out there. This is James's fault.
This is way
Yeah,
worse
this is
now.
all James.
You also like added like two more children, so you're gonna turn another corner and see a whole busload of children are just suddenly.
Like, I'm starting to feel like we
Okay.
could
Who
have
says
like
she can't be
made
a
deal
terrible
with
person
her.
and also have a family?
Can we try reasoning with her?
How many politicians?
child,
how many
take her.
politicians you know don't have families?
You're arguing good points, so I get it.
Steal the child. She's blind.
Yeah,
Put
I'm
her through
stealing
our
the
way.
child because I can't
this
lop
child-
the arm off of the child
this
or spit
child-
on the child. I'm just gonna take the child.
This child's a little bit taller than you are.
Yeah, great, perfect.
She doesn't know that. She can't see.
So what are you doing?
So I, with a very reassuring voice, say, "I'm here to save you," and I grab her by the hand and start leading her to the north, where the stairs are. So I would like to go basically out of the place, or out of this whole, building the way we came in,
Okay.
back down through the where everyone else is.
You hear her, she kind of yells out, "Mom, Mama, Mama, Mama." What do you say?
Yeah, and I say, your mama's not in the room anymore at the moment. We're gonna go try to find her.
Where did she go? Where did she go?
She went after some bad guys.
Bad guys? Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
This is upsetting.
17.
Okay. So she starts reluctantly going with you, but then she kind of scoops the two brothers along and starts taking them with you. So
Yeah, we're
you're
just
now-
gonna roll with that for the moment. We'll
Okay.
all go.
Where are you guys going? Where are you headed?
We're going up that hallway, toward where the staircase is, so we can go up to the third floor. So, because that
Alright,
would be
so
what
you-
I would think
you-
is the way out.
You bust out of the room and then you start running towards that hallway with the kids in tow, and immediately you hear just this crash as the front door, you hear it open and you hear voices like, "I heard something. What is going on? Amara, are you okay? Madam." And she starts you hear people start on the first floor running straight towards you guys. The two of you, you guys are kind of rifling through everything, grabbing stuff, and you see Kelwise run up the stairs with the 3 children, the blind girl and the 2 kids. What are you guys doing?
I use thaumaturgy to make my voice boom up to 3 times as loud as normal, and I direct it at them, and I say, "Move no further!"
You shall not pass.
Where do you shoot that? Like shout that down the stairs?
Like towards the dudes running in.
Okay, so from down the stairs, you just hear, "Move no further." And then what are you guys doing? Are you guys gonna go down the ladder? What are you guys?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Kelwise to help him do.
All right, so you guys start going through the ladder.
I explained that there's an amulet on this girl's arm that I think is what we've come here for, which is why I have 3 children behind me, including one that's taller than me. Yeah.
And you said I can't carry anything else.
So you're gonna have to go down this ladder without using your hand.
I'm a rogue. It's cool.
So you're gonna have to give me an acrobatics check while you go down this ladder. Everyone, so you guys start scaling down the ladder. Give me an athletics check.
Can I
Or
look
acrobatics.
at the boys and say, go to your grandmother.
As you say that, the kids, you see them just kind of huddle together to their sister. It doesn't seem like they're terrified, right? They just saw their mom get hacked down, and they're just hugging her, crying and kind of screaming. At this point, like ugly crying, and they try and stay away from Kelwise as much as possible. At this point.
Understand.
Yeah. All right, so you guys start going down the stairs. Melissa, give me a acrobatics check.
I got a 23.
23. All right.
23.
So she just nimbly like doop, 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 down the stairs.
I like
you guys
stuff.
run up to that where those double doors are that open up to the basement. And you kind of hear outside people kind of rushing around and some voices being called out. What are you guys gonna do?
Trust, do you have any more spells? Maybe something that can be used as a distraction? Or should we just try to stealth this guy?
Can I, if I still am allowed, can I use minor illusion to just, since I've heard Amara's voice, can I say something like, everything's fine, go back to bed, or go back to your watch?
You can try and mimic. You can try, but you'd have to be, I think you have to be able to see where you're casting it, so it'd have to be somewhere like in the room you're at or something.
Oh, and I
These
just went
kids
down
are
the
not gonna be
stairs.
quiet. We're like not gonna be able to
Yeah,
sneak
and you are with those kids who are crying and screaming right now.
I'm gonna look at
if anyone has suggestions on the
I'm
kids.
gonna look at the girl and as like nicely as I can be like, "I'm so sorry, my love. Is there any way you can take that bracelet off your arm? The bad people are here for it, and if we get rid of it, they won't want you anymore."
And she kind of grabs at the bracelet and says, "But Mama gave this to me. She told me I have to keep it safe and I can never let it leave."
Did she tell you why?
No, I've always had it.
Well, today is why. Because the bad people are coming, and if we don't get rid of it today, then they're gonna get you, and they're gonna murder you.
Look at Calvise and I'm like, "Can you calm your brothers? They're gonna attract them to us. Can you get them to quiet?"
And then she kind of like hugs them and tells them to shh. She's very unsuccessful. These kids just look like they're just screaming. They're unhappy. And you start to hear some noises from outside, up above those doors. You start to hear people yelling and screaming. It seems like they've kind of keyed in on this crying sound.
Can I?
All right, I want to spit on it. We've got to do it. I'm just spitting on it and see if we can pull it off.
While he spits on it, can I sing a soft lullaby to try and calm the children?
Yes. Yeah.
Excellent idea.
All right.
I was
So
like,
you spit.
wait, I'm a bard. Jesus Christ.
You spit on her arm,
Sing a song.
and you start trying to pull this thing off, and it is tight. You kind of get like the thought that like this is very specific. This is this was their plan all along, was to be like, it's never coming off unless you put some like real metal work into this to try and like get this band off. It's purposefully like locked on this girl's arm. And you can kind of see like it's been there for a very long time. The skin underneath is pretty irritated and calloused. It's pretty cruel too. I mean, you
it's awful.
can't be comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look and be like, my love, does this hurt you? It looks like it hurts.
Yeah, but my mom gave it to me, so it's special.
You know what?
All right, so Kelwise, you start trying to tug it off, but it doesn't come off. You're singing a lullaby, Trust?
Yeah.
Okay. So roll a performance check.
Ooh, buddy. 16 plus a 5, 21.
21. You start saying this lullaby to these kids, and it seems to work. They start to settle down a little bit, but they still have that.
Noise upstairs.
You start hearing. You can now clearly hear the guards outside, and you hear one guy say, "I heard something from downstairs. I heard something coming from the cellar. From the cellar. Quick, where's the keys? Where's the keys?"
Go. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, and are they right in front of the cellar doors, presumably?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's kick them open.
Wait, they're in there. Wait, so are they outside of the cellar doors in the house or outside of the house?
Outside of the house.
Outside.
Oh, I thought you said inside of the house. So should we go through the house? I don't. No.
Well, to get out through the house, you'd have to go all the way back up to the third floor and then wind back down to the first floor.
Yes, let's kick them out. I use thaumaturgy to instantaneously cause the doors to fly open because they're not actually locked, and hopefully hit at least one of them in the face.
All right. So these doors fly open. Unfortunately, they don't hit anybody, and you just see two men in armor standing there, just wide-eyed. You've totally caught them off guard. You each have like the chance to do one thing before they presumably pull out their swords, start screaming, and start hacking away.
There's two of them?
There's two of them.
Is this outside?
This is outside in the back part of the house. So you guys were kind of...
Dresden and I got there yet?
Well, you guys were on the south side of the house. There, the opening to this door was on the north face of the house, because you guys had come from the south, and then they snuck around the back to try and sneak in.
I cast dancing lights, one in each face.
Okay, you cast dancing lights. What do two of you guys do?
I'll stab the nearest one to me in any sort of vulnerable point that I can stab.
Okay, and then Cornelia, what are you doing?
I'm not sure what I can do since I have a whole lot of stuff.
I mean, you'd have to drop it if you wanted to attack. You can try and do like a
I think I'm gonna run
jump
at
kick
them.
or something. Like try and
Yeah, I'm gonna run at them with my stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my stuff with me, and just so I have more weight, and just like run at the person.
Try and like tackle them.
That hopefully Kelwise isn't shooting at. Yeah, and exactly try to tackle.
Okay.
So I'll hit the one on the left.
Roll an athletics check. Roll an attack, and then roll a charisma check for your dancing lights.
So my athletics check.
+5.
An athletics check for you, and then attack for Kelwise.
So I got it. Okay, so I got a 10.
10.
And I got an 18 and an 8.
All right, so your 18 hits. So you run up, roll damage.
4
damage. The gates instantly you guys come pouring out, and then just wide-eyed, they don't even know what they're seeing, because it's like there's 6 children running out of this room, except one of the children has 2 scimitars, short swords, and just you stab this guy right.
Oh, so I roll with
ribs,
advantage?
right underneath his ribs, and he's just like, oh, doubles down in pain. Cornelia, you run out with all your stuff, and you just hit this guy right in like just the weird part of his leg, and just Charlie horse him, and just whoop, his leg goes up and boom, smashes to the ground. Trust, you have those dancing lights right in their face, and you notice they're both like, oh my god, like they just have no idea what's happening. What are you guys doing? You guys ran ahead. Trust, you're with the 3 kids still, like kind of at the bottom of the stairs.
I'd like to try and get out past them. Get out past these stumbly bumbly guards.
So you grab the kids and you start running out. Right then they basically start screaming. Dresden, you and the 3 of you can kind of hear this happening, and Pup, you're kind of getting close. You can kind of start hearing commotion coming from the area-ish as you're bolting towards that house. And as you start coming up from the south side as well, you see Dresden, Dalladale, and Rezik start running up, and you guys kind of clock. I mean, in Pup, you're probably not being stealthy. You're just like a bat out of hell running up the street. You guys just see Pup, just like what's the Roadrunner, just kind of meep. Running up. What are you guys doing?
Like, what are we doing? Or what are they doing?
So you guys start heading up, and then you guys kind of meet up with Pup. Sorry.
Got it. Hey, what's happening?
Pop, make the kids stop screaming. Make the kids stop screaming, Pop.
No, you're not with them.
Oh, I'm not with them?
No.
I'm so confused.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm here.
You guys hear kind of off in the wind, Pup, make the kids stop screaming.
I think now's the time we light the building on fire, right?
Oh, are we still doing that? I don't know. I just got here. I had to chase a guy. I was running on rooftops and stuff, and then I saw the boogeyman. There was a booger. And then, are we setting stuff on fire, or should we just go in and be really sneaky? Have you guys already gone inside yet? I don't know what's happening. Last time, there was just like a lot of dark, is all I remember. Last time I saw
Pup, you're okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Are you okay?
Yeah, we're fine. We have to help everyone else. They're inside. There's a commotion. We should head over there.
Set the building on fire, right, Bryce?
That's not quite yet, but that's the last part of the plan, yes.
About the roof, maybe, no? Okay, well, yeah.
The roof.
Yeah.
The roof is on fire.
Pretty good song.
I heard that song once. I think, I don't. Anyway.
All right, you guys start running with the kids. Give me a stealth check, all 3 of you with disadvantage, as you guys kind of try and bolt away from these guys who are screaming, these guards.
Stealth with disadvantage?
Sorry, Kelwise,
got it.
Cornelia, and Trust.
Boo.
Just a normal d20, or would you say?
Disadvantage.
Yeah. Mine was also a
stealth with disadvantage.
Stealth with oh sweet. 14.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Mine was a 10.
Mine's still 6.
You said with disadvantage? What do you not add to that?
No. Disadvantage just means you roll twice and take the lower.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm still.
Yeah. I was just kidding. So you guys run these kids that 15-foot gap. You jump around a corner, kind of trying to calm them, be like, shut up. The bad people are gonna get you. You flip around the corner as you see 4 more guards kind of run around. See those guys on the ground, and they run over to the guys and help them up, and you see the guys just screaming and pointing and going all over, and they all kind of look around and disperse. And just like by sheer luck, they all go in different directions, but none of them go in your direction.
Did they roll like zeros?
Yeah.
I know, you're welcome, guys.
Very, very close to a 0.
That was luck. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, damn.
So you guys now you have this this young girl, and you have 2 sniffling little like 4 and 5-year-old kids.
Yes, we do.
Oh my God, we are sex
All right.
cult, drug dealing, child kidnappers.
No, you're not kidnapping them, unless you're orphan.
We're just
kidnappers.
borrowing them.
Yeah, we
Oh, we've adopted them. Great.
Add orphan onto it.
now adopted them.
Okay.
You're a monster.
I'm a monster.
You made us
Thank
do
you.
this.
I killed her. I mean, let's be
leave.
honest.
And you came
Yeah.
in as Daladale, or like, huh? Yeah, do you think we should take the fight to her now?
All right. So, does Team
Tell me what
B,
you think about
Resnick,
Daladale.
Dresden, and Pup get to the other group now, or are we still?
Yeah.
waiting
So
to
I
find-
wanted to say I go caw, so that they might have an idea where we are, because we had spoken
All right, so
about
you
that.
guys make your way around. Out
That's a
you start
weird bird.
cawing up into the
Middle of the
you
night,
start
for
cawing into the no.
Night birds.
And you guys hear that caw that you guys had. And Daladale especially is like, is that the signal? I think that's the signal.
I hate
Let's go to
that.
the signal. You guys turn the corner and you see 3 little kids, and then 3 more little kids. One with horns.
Oh God.
One with 2 short swords covered in blood.
Is that half
Covered in blood, and yeah, and he's also got an arrow sticking out of him.
Oh yeah.
A bolt, a crossbow bolt.
Who hurt you?
And then you guys also see Cornelia with this giant pack on her back.
Never mind, I find out who.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Guys, we gotta go.
Yeah,
gotta go.
No time for questions. I just pick up one of the kids and like, all right, is this happening?
Me?
Riz, keep a free hand. Set the building on fire.
You got it.
And then
Yeah.
I'll grab another one of the kids and like gesture my head at them for pets.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm
Behind the
gonna walk
ears.
along counting my riches.
The kid just slowly starts petting you. He doesn't know why he's doing it.
Mhm.
He's just doing it, but it seems to really calm him
Yeah.
I'm a
And
therapy
you.
dog.
at the same time. Can I say you do just have
regretting all life decisions.
really beautiful, nice fur. It's just like your fur is nice. You have that undercoat that's just super soft and warm. It's just yeah. This is where my hand wants to be right now. You guys make your way around. There's quite a commotion around the town hall. You guys obviously figured that the guards very quickly found the decapitated bodies of the 2. But you guys wind around and then you get back to where that the bourgeois, that little hideout strip. I assume that's where you're going.
Yeah.
Do we leave the kid?
No, we've got the
No,
kids.
we got him.
We
If
got
they're
all
our
3.
kid.
We are now parents.
As
Wait,
we walk
3 or
around, can I just be like, "Whoa, guys, that was awesome. We're alive." And that's all.
Speak
I
for
got my
yourself.
stuff.
How many kids are there?
There's
3.
I thought you said there were 6.
No,
There's 6.
no, because we're short. He was
Ah.
kids.
I look around. I'm like, where'd those other kids go? I went, hey guys, where'd those other kids go?
And they're like, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's the what's it called? New in Town, the John Mulaney.
No.
Yeah, so you guys make it to that that little breach where the bourgeois had given you that coin. I believe Fitz is the one with the coin, though, right? Fitz had the coin. Yeah, so you guys make it to that little
Take it from him.
little walkway, and you're like,
just knock.
"Do you have the coin? Do you have the coin? Where's the coin? Where's the coin?" And you make it there, and you're like looking
I'm just
back
gonna
and forth.
knock on the wall where I saw before.
Okay,
Go.
you knock on the wall. You wait and you wait. No reply.
Is it getting close to sunset? Or
It was
sunrise,
already
man?
sunrise. Sunrise is still a couple hours away. This happened all pretty fast. I mean, this is maybe like 5 minutes max. This all kind of just went down real quick.
Well, I told them that we'll be back at sunrise if we're still alive, and to open the door then. So we should maybe just find somewhere to hide for a few hours.
Yeah, can we just hide here? I feel like this is pretty safe.
We're kind of exposed.
Wait, aren't we in a sewer?
You're right in like a little sewer shaft.
Yeah.
You're pretty well hidden as far as like places people would look for anybody.
Great, but whose kids are these?
Oh, that's good. Okay, well, they're we picked them up.
Should we discuss this in
Amara's house?
Yeah, because the kids are right
Should we
with you
discuss it
guys.
where?
Yeah,
The kids are basically right
later.
next to you.
apparently,
Your mom?
Laura had
Children?
more than just she had more than just the one. She had 3, and now we
Have?
have them. So that's that.
Yeah, and we think this armband on this little one's arm is what we have come to look for.
Oh, can you take it?
Don't seem to be able to.
I like ask her specifically.
And she says, "No, I can't. It's always been just on my arm.
Oh, how did they put it on?
They put it on when I was very small."
Oh.
Can I inspect it and maybe see if I see a way to
Okay.
unlock it?
You inspect this and you see like clearly there's like a part of this band that was fitted and then basically welded on, and you see part of her skin was burned. You think that they probably burned her a little bit trying to weld this onto her arm. Like it was pretty brutal, the things that they did.
But the rest of your arm is so much smaller.
Not if it's tight. Like you wouldn't really be able to get it down past your elbow if it's that
It's
tight.
like digging into her arm. It's like
Yeah.
Oh, gross!
It's
like in a
unhealthily
tree, like
tight.
around a stop sign kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Do
is
any of
it?
you guys know how to make her arm smaller?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Rez, is there anything you can do?
Can we tell if it's like the whole
yet.
thing that's giving the magic power? Like,
can
does
we
the gold band actually have any significance, or is it just the ruby, or what exactly is? The
I mean,
magic
to what
part?
he says, it was just the pendant, and the pendant looks again grafted onto this this band. You may be able to like pry off this piece, but it would take a great feat of strength to really. I mean, it's welded on there.
Does anyone
still
have
to this
straw?
band?
I can try.
Okay. Yeah.
I can try to like bite it off. For flavor.
Pop, I think that might just hurt her more unless you can chew through metal and we didn't know about it.
Yeah, I think we need something more like a jeweler's saw or something like that.
What about this? And I pull out like the bent knife from when we tried to take off our handcuffs that I still have. that I royally screwed up. I still have it. Take out the bent knife.
I'm not sure we want to give the child tetanus.
Huh?
It,
Try
no.
to.
Is that what this is? Is that what the name of this knife?
Yeah, that knife's name is tetanus.
Oh. I have a tetanus knife. Put it away.
You want to try to yank it off just with pure strength, Dresden, and like a band-aid, hope for the best, and
Yeah, I mean, if I break this child's arm, I'm not gonna forgive you. One.
well, I just don't want to go in there and have the bourgeois
You know
decide
how?
what to do with it.
Don't you know how to make stuff
I'm-
warm, Chris? Why don't you just do like really a little bit warm around it, and then I can pull it off.
If you hit it up without hurting her.
We need a file, is what we need. Does anyone have a file?
No, I've never worked an office job before.
That's a good point. Do I have a file?
Probably not. You might be able to pick up a file somewhere, like a pawn shop or something.
I have like
Yeah.
a sewing kit. Is there anything
The
that would be
pawn
in
shop.
there?
Yeah, needle and thread.
You should go to the pawn shop.
Can we do that thing?
Sorry, yeah, I couldn't.
I've been trying for
Can
the
we-
last
can we-
3 games to go to a pawn shop.
Can we do that thing where you wrap your like the finger in twine to like compress it and then slide the thing off?
I thought about that too.
You can try it.
James.
We've got a
We have
rope.
so much rope.
You can try it. Yeah.
Well, we
Big rope,
have
though.
thread. We could try that. And we can try like she was like Pup was saying, try to warm it up as well, and hopefully that will expand the metal a little bit.
Okay, so is it attached like to the skin or just very
it's
small?
just very tight on her arm.
I want
like
to take the thread.
Unhealthily tight to her
I
arm.
want to take the thread and slide it through, so one end is sticking out one way and one at the other.
Okay.
And then on the elbow side, I'm gonna wrap it super tight, like uncomfortably tight, like can't bend your arm tight to compress the arm more and more and more and more and more.
And she's like, you see her like trying to.
And while this is happening, I'm gonna bend down before he starts doing it and just say,
Director.
Oh, sorry. My name is Rezik. What's your name?
Don't give names.
Real name.
Desiree.
Desiree. What's your favorite animal, Desiree?
Oh, I don't know. I think elephants sound pretty cool.
Elephants. All right. And
I've never seen one, obviously.
Oh, great! I create a little like wood carving of an elephant, and I hand it to Desiree.
And she kind of takes it and starts touching it to try and feel out like what it looks like.
Not with that arm.
She's like, "This is an elephant."
There's its trunk right there, and it's very long, and it actually can suck in water and then blow it out at people and make them laugh. And they do it. They have them at a lot of circuses, actually.
I would love to have an elephant someday.
And while he's doing that,
so you start tying up her arm, and as you start doing it, Rezik, it kind of helps. Like Rezik, you're talking to her, and you can see like these tears start kind of coming down in her eyes. And as she's talking, she's like, but she's just letting him do it. And she says, and if I get rid of Mama's amulet, it'll keep the bad people away.
You betcha.
Yes, that's the.
And I unwind it on the north side, like above, to use the unwinding string to push it down.
Okay. All right. You wrap her arm up, and it's just red, and you can tell it's throbbing, and it's painful. And this string is like cutting into her skin now. Roll a strength check as you try and pull this band. You band up. Well, so roll its strength, D4 plus your strength, and then roll a sleight of hand check because you're not trying to rip her arm off.
As this is happening,
We're not monsters.
I use minor illusion to make the sounds of like circus music, and like people like yeah, one day we'll go to the circus together, and like keep just talking to her.
Okay, I mean, how loud? You just soft sounds, or
just
like...
softly, yeah, just like soft.
Okay,
that's 1 + 3 for the strength check.
So 4. Okay.
Yeah.
And then roll a sleight of hand as you try and not dislocate this girl's arm.
Can I assist in any way?
So that was a D4 plus strength, right? Just to be sure.
This not really, because it's like it. I don't know that. I mean, how would you assist him?
By taking one half of it and wrapping it around, like we can each wrap a half, like so that he doesn't have to like be doing this the whole time.
Well, he's got it wrapped up.
He's
it's just like wrapped up arm now. It's just a matter of him sliding this thing off at enough strength to get it down her arm, but not enough.
But I'm sliding it off by unwinding the other end, so that the string.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the wrapping part. I could help. Any strength thing, I want to help with.
Okay. Well, you can't really help with the strength, but you can help with the sleight of hand part, where he tries to, use the counterforce to make sure that all of the pressure pulling on this is coming on the ring, and the least amount is on her skin and her arm.
One person pulls the ring, and the other person.
So roll with advantage a sleight of hand.
Oh God.
As Pup assists you.
Okay.
Can I not also roll?
Okay, that's an 18.
That was pretty good.
18. Yeah, I mean, it's really painful, and you just hear her kind of start crying out. But you manage to get the thing right to her elbow, and you get it to her elbow, and that's when it stops. You could probably try and force it over her elbow, which may give her some hairline fractures or whatever on her elbow bone, but it's super close. It's a gamble whether it would leave.
I look at Pup for what do you think?
I don't know.
Is it okay if we pull really, really hard? Even though it might hurt really bad, is that okay?
And she doesn't even say anything. She just kind of nods her head.
Okay.
Really
You
waiting
want to
for it
hold
to
my
happen.
hand with your other hand, just in case it hurts bad?
Okay, she squeezes your hand tighter than you've ever seen an 8-year-old squeeze
And
somebody's
I
hand.
nuzzle close to her face, so she just feels like the warmth and like comfiness.
All right, give me another sleight of hand check. This
Rezic?
time, just straight roll.
All up to you.
Yeah.
Can I just put like a stick in her mouth too? I hear that helps.
Just shove it straight down her
She
throat.
can just bite down on it.
No.
That's a 6.
It's a 6. All right.
No advantage?
Kelwise, roll a D100.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
No. Child becomes a potted plant.
Hell one.
I need your. I need. Okay. Come on. Well, that wasn't a roll, really.
That wasn't
but
a roll, it was a drop. Can you reroll?
It's kind of stopped. Can I use your board?
Oh, sure.
It's not fair if it just stops immediately. That's not
Unless
really.
it's better than what we're
it's
about
the
to
number
roll.
you want.
I'm just
okay?
kidding.
The only time it's fair.
Just 3 6s in a row, mind you.
To roll it.
Meant to be.
Okay, well,
That's lucky dice.
So I would call that a 33.
No, 90.
30.
It was even worse than the
52.
first roll.
52.
Okay.
That was a 33.
Rezic, she can't even. She just starts screaming, and you're screaming at the top of her lungs, and then, pop! The brace comes off, and so does her shoulder, as it just her shoulder pops out, and she
Not off. Out.
not off, out,
Okay.
and
Fuck you.
boom, she faints. But you get this band, and it slips easily over her hand.
Since I'm right there, I catch her.
Yep.
Yeah, she is
Can I-
out, and you
can I
look at
cast
this
Cure Wounds on
streaks
her?
of
Does that-
blood right near her elbow, where you just scraped off, and you can
Yeah,
probably
if somebody could heal.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna immediately.
I can
like,
cast Cure
try-
Wounds on her.
Mission in action
Can I
now,
try and
Dale. Didn't
repop
let
it
me rest. I don't have any cure wounds right now.
Can I try and reset the shoulder?
Yeah, roll a medicine check.
Please heal this child.
Kelwise is doing a cure wounds as well.
Oh, good.
17 medicine.
17. Okay. Yeah. So you managed to it's a pretty easy procedure. It's just more like, it's like you use the amount of force. You're like, I know it's more force than you think is necessary. And then her arm pops back in. And then Kelwise, you cast Cure Wounds on her. And you see the scraping marks of this thing start to heal up on her arm. She's still out. And you just see the two brothers are just huddled next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. It's all right. Yep. Yeah. No. It's gonna be okay. Now that it's off, that's all we had to do, and now the bad men will not hurt us. So it's gonna all be good. And tomorrow we'll have breakfast, and it's gonna be amazing. And I kind of describe this amazing breakfast, and I make this smells of like cinnamon rolls and like sausage and bacon and eggs and stuff.
And I'm gonna
kinda,
ask
try
if they like
entice
to
them.
camp, and I'm gonna do like a minor illusion, a little tent.
And
or
every
something, too.
step you take towards them, and every time you look at them and talk to them, they back away just a little bit more, slightly down the sewer.
I'm gonna
No,
pull her aside.
It's okay.
Hey. Or
And like they start smelling all these things, and it's just you can see that they're just so confused.
Are they distracted enough? Are they looking at me at all?
No.
Okay, I'm going to turn into their mom.
Oh,
have you seen her mom? The mom?
Therapy.
You saw her?
Yeah, we saw her in the thingy, and then didn't we also? Did we not see her?
Dalladale saw her because he ran in as a small rat. And you guys.
I thought I saw her.
You saw the Ember Rose.
No, we also saw her in that ball.
Scared.
No, you saw the Ember Rose walk into the negative space. And
That's right. We couldn't see her because of her
she
thingy.
had the thingy, yeah. It was on her daughter that she took everywhere.
Trying to think of who. Is there anyone that I had seen? Never mind. What?
I say,
I'm trying to signal Rezic. Don't mind me.
Okay.
What are you telling me? I don't know what that means.
I mean, the only person you know that they've seen maybe would be like Kalak. Or the Ember Rose. Those would be the only two people really that you would know, but you don't know if they would even know them.
Need a helmet.
Never mind then.
These kids home.
Yeah.
Okay. Like immediately.
Get them home?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
With kids? We're not abducting kids. I didn't sign up for that.
I mean, it's going to be swarming with
Chattington. That's fine, but actually stealing kids.
Oh, wait.
We'll have to sneak them back in. We can't go now. It's going to be swarming with guards.
That's fine. We put them near and go run, and
Oh, that's true.
Boogity noise behind them. I don't think they'll have a trouble running away from us. If you look at those children, those two boys that are running down the pipe. Someone get them.
Okay,
Wait,
yeah, that makes sense.
Do
Actually.
you guys have any of the outfits of the people?
Oh, yeah, we're both wearing outfits actually. I'm wearing the black robe still. You're wearing the Ashen
You guys have a
gear?
cloak
No.
for me?
Cornelia has a cloak.
She's like, no, that.
I'm not giving that cloak away.
The three children become an adult stick? I'm not sure that's gonna work.
No, I could turn into one of the guards and I could bring them back.
Oh, that's way more productive.
Oh, you can have my cloak, but you better bring it back.
I'll bring it back.
It's not a guard's cloak. You can take a guard's cloak.
Yeah.
Fancy cloak.
I took a fancy one that looks like a bush almost, and sometimes not.
Take Resix.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah,
Give me the fancy one, and then I turn into the nanny of that bougie kid.
I don't think we need
yeah.
to so much through. I think we just need to put them near, and then they'll run away from us towards their house. That's
Yeah, but I'm gonna put them super close.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty easy though.
The only problem though is that they've seen all our faces, and they also know where we are right now. So
I'm not hurting these
five.
children,
They're
Resik.
5-year-olds.
I'll do it. I'm kidding.
Oh
I
my
will
God.
not.
I will not.
Nah.
Not.
See, as I look in my cylinder
let's
case.
Let's just go.
They're terrified
These kids need to
5-year-olds.
go
How
back.
much do you think you're gonna remember?
Yeah, I think I agree. And also, we're not bringing them in with grabs a limb and puts it on their face. That's not happening.
No.
Let's take them back right now. Two of us.
Right.
Go.
Yeah, I can go.
Okay. Be anyone nondescript. Say you
I'll
found.
go with you. I'm still wearing the black robes. I'm good.
Perfect. Go,
Yep.
go, quickly.
Yep, and I'm just gonna be that lady.
Cool.
Okay.
And then,
so
so
who
to
are you
everyone
taking?
else,
The children, the three kids.
You're taking all three of them?
Yeah,
Because the Deezery is still passed out.
that's fine.
Carrier.
Carry this child.
Okay.
Go.
Yeah, and I start walking out. And as we're going out, I'm gonna as we're walking out, I'll talk to the kids. I'm holding the sister, and I'll grab one of their hands and be like, "I'm so sorry that we had to bring you this way." I forgot what she sounded like. Do you remember? I don't remember.
She was just old. She was a little bit older, middle-aged, just a middle-aged.
So sorry that you.
You know.
95. About to die.
I'm so sorry that you had to deal with this. I know it was really stressful. We had to take you out. I can't believe we went all the way to, and I'm gonna say the completely wrong area. Where we were. We had to go all the way to. Where is that tunnel?
It's in King City. It's on the coast of it's in the canal of King City.
I can't believe we had to go all the way to Raven's Nest. And I just keep repeating like that incorrect city name over and over and over again.
As you do that, and you guys are walking, you guys make it about halfway to where you were going to plan on. Deezery kind of opens her eyes and blinks, and you just see her eyes just go wide, and she starts looking around, and
Oh my god.
she's just like, I can see. She just looks all around, and she's just looking at things, and even though it's dark outside, her eyes are blinking 1,000,000 times a second, and she looks up at you, Pup.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I'm dressed as I'm that woman.
And I'm in the full black spy robes, so my face is covered.
She's just like, hi.
Hi, how are you? Is this new? Have you seen a face before? I don't think you've ever seen a face before. Is this a lot for you to take in? Do you want to touch? You want to touch my face at the same time you're touching anything? What do you want to see? Do you want to see what that elephant looked like?
We probably should take them.
I'm saying this as we're walking.
And then she still has that. I mean, you handed that elephant that he made, and she's just like,
this is for you to take. This is so
touching
you.
the elephant in the same way that she was before, but clearly being like, this is what it looks like. Like, this is the feeling and touch and vision. It's all in one, and it's just a lot. You can see her brain is just as you take her, and she just touches the elephant, and then she just stares at you. Pop. She's just mystified that you exist.
You want to see something?
In a visual medium.
You want to see something crazy? Is it going to be too much? I might show you something that's going to be a lot. Are you ready?
Yeah. What?
And then I turn into the Lola the Lola Bunny version. My Lola Bunny lady.
She just watches you shift, and it doesn't even like. She's just like, oh.
This is what some people look like, and then I turn into like a really old like elf. And I will turn like a really old elven man, and this is what some other people look like.
And she just kind of cocks her head. Just. Oh.
And then I turn into her, and this is what you look like.
That's what I look like?
Yeah, that's what you look like.
Are you a mirror?
I can be.
Wow. I never met a person who was a mirror before.
I know, there's not very many like me, huh? I've never met anyone like me, but I hope that you get to meet more people that look different and stuff, because it's really cool, and now you get to see them. I'm so sorry we had to take, and of course we're walking this whole time. I'm so sorry that we had to take you away, but that thing that was on your arm was really hurting you, obviously. And so we had to make sure that the bad people weren't going to put that on somebody else.
And
we had to take you
see this?
all...
Like, you're talking to her, and it's just in one ear and out the other at this point. Like, the world is just so much right now. There's like literally nothing. There's gonna be weeks.
You want to see something shiny? And I take out a friendship coin.
Friendship coins.
I take out like a gold piece and I give it to her.
And she just kind of looks at it very closely.
Isn't that pretty? That's a friendship coin. That means that we're best friends now.
She just looks around at it. It doesn't really say much, and you guys get to the point where you guys can hear the commotion, the guards kind of running around and stuff, and where it's probably unsafe to go any further.
Okay, I'm gonna put her down. I'm gonna grab the two boys. Like, okay, these are your brothers, and I still look like her, which I'm sure is very confusing to the kids. I turn back into the nanny lady. Your sister can see now. Take her home safe. Go show her all of the pretty cool things. Show her painting. Show her art. Can you show her what dancing looks like? Can you show her fireworks? Can you show her...
The kids actually, again, have nothing. The two boys look just overwhelmed, where they just don't have any expression.
They're just traumatized.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then the young girl, again, is just kind of looking around like, what is this? And
okay, I'm gonna grab her face.
Touching.
And I'm gonna put my face like close to her face. I'm gonna just be like, the first things you need to see is art and dancing and shiny things. Just remember that. Art, dance, shiny things. Say that over and over and over again, and it's gonna be so cool. I promise.
All right. And with that, you kind of push them off.
Speaking of shiny things, and I just make like I use prestidigitation to make like a bunch of like little elephants, like tiny like little elephants, like walking in the direction of where I want them to go. I'm just like, well, follow the circus. Bye, kids.
Okay. They just kind of like, it's like nothing faces her because everything faces her. If that makes sense. They kind of just start meandering slowly in a direction. You're pretty sure they'll be found eventually, but they just start meandering up that street.
Yeah, I use, to make sure that they're found, I use minor illusion, and I just make like a really loud whistle sound, and like someone just yelling, "The kids are over here! I found the kids, they're over here!" And I'm just like, okay, let's get out of here.
Okay, like, you guys run back. Meanwhile, Cornelia, you have your plunder in front of you of goods. You kind of lay them all out. Wait, Pup, did you take the cloak or not?
Yeah, I did.
You did take the cloak. So you kind of chased everything together. Cornelia, roll a D100.
No.
Okay.
While that was all happening, I kind of slumped back and pointed at the arrow in my chest and was like, "Can I get a little help, guys?"
No.
I get a 98, by the way.
What happened to you? And I go over and I start helping him.
Okay. Yeah, he tends to your wounds. Cornelia, you managed to get all the.
That's good.
You managed to get all the vials back intact.
Wow.
Nothing broke. Amazingly, as you guys were running back and forth, you got everything back intact. And you had that cloak that you gave. You have that those 3 vials and the 2 potions and that cylinder.
I want to,
oh.
if I can, I want to just look in the cylinder.
Okay, so you open up this. It's like a nice leather case, and you can tell it's like waterproof. The cap is like almost airtight, right? Like it's like a waterproof leather case. It's really well crafted, and you get these like. It's like this parchment that's very thick canvas almost. You pull out these what look like scrolls of some sort. And on them, there's all these swirling runes and symbols that make these beautiful designs. And you see that there's like almost like writing and glyphs in between them, but you can't make really heads or tails of something like this. You've never seen anything like it. And the ink that's been used is like very specific. You notice that the ink just hasn't bled at all into the other fibers of this really thick, canvasy type paper.
And I can't tell at all. It's not familiar to me.
It's not familiar to you, but there's 4 of them. There's 4 of these rolled up parchments.
All right. I'm gonna hand it to Dresden and be like, "This is for you or Rezik."
Dresden, give me an arcane check.
Arcana?
Arcana.
19.
A 19. Yeah. So you've seen this before. You're like, these are magic scrolls. These are magic incantations. I mean, you have no freaking clue what they could possibly be, but you're like, anyone who would spend this much money on expensive inks and this fine paper and make these crazy designs that must have taken hours, you're like, these are...
Yeah. What you've got here is magic scrolls.
Nice.
Get rid of them.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah, and then you look at those other vials of... the 3 little small vials, it's like this thick greenish black, and they're pretty small. It's hard to tell what they're used for. They could be an antidote. They could be some sort of poison. It's hard to tell what they are if you don't have experience with them. Maybe Kelwise would know.
Would I? Yeah. So I can do a check on them, see if they're poison.
Okay.
Presumably, I can do that while they're still in the vials. I don't need to like taste it or something.
Taste the poison. Then you might have to pop it open and like sniff it a little bit and like check the viscosity of it. Roll a nature check with advantage.
Okay. That's an 11.
It's some kind of venom, you think.
Ooh. Probably.
It's not a plant-based poison. It's like an animal-based venom of some kind. You have no idea what it's from or what its effects will be. But you kind of remember, I mean, Omara had some kind of poison or venom on her blades and her crossbow, right? So your best guess would be like some kind of paralytic agent that you use and you'd have to injure somebody with it. It's not like ingested or something like that. It's something you'd coat like a blade or an arrow with.
It's impressive.
Cornelia's like, yes. And then the other two potions, really out of your wheelhouse. They're not any kind of plant-based potion at all. They're not some kind of brew. They look like they have, if they were special at all, they would have some kind of arcane touch to them, is your best guess. And Pup, that cloak feels light, very, very light, although the fibers feel incredibly strong. And when you kind of strut around in it, you can just feel it's just like it almost wraps around you, like it wants to wrap around you like a very, very soft hug. And you notice like the cloak, when you put the cloak over your head, that's when that feeling of like that soft hug comes around you, and then you flip it off and it just kind of loosely drapes you again.
By the way, as Pup and I walk back, just wanted to say to them, that was extremely stressful, but man, you handled that very well. Did you ever meet children in the forest at some point? You are very good with them.
Yeah, kids would get lost a lot, and then I'd have to help them find their way back home a lot.
Oh wow! And what was all that stuff about art? That was really beautiful. Where did that come from?
I don't know. I see you making art, and it's really cool. And I feel like you should definitely see it because I saw you draw something really cool one time.
Okay, well, good job, Pup.
No, you good job. You're the one who makes cool stuff that looks really cool.
I'm getting there. I'll be impressive one day.
Is the sun coming up yet?
Not yet.
Oh, I want a cake.
Still now a couple hours before.
Yeah, we should get some cakes before we head in there.
Yeah. I promised I'd give 5 cakes to the booger if he made sure that Keith was okay.
5 cakes? Wow.
I will help you purchase those. I would also like her to be okay. No reason?
All right, so you guys start heading back, and you feeling weary after this long night of fighting Calic and all that. You guys kind of start taking in all that happened. The 3 kids, the fist fight that Dresden taught a young tyke a lesson about picking on old timers. Rezik with his alarm spell that was incredibly effective. Pup literally just breaking someone's skeletal complex into 1,000 pieces and then putting it back in working order. Yeah.
Don't drop me. Let me do something.
Yeah, and also trust kind of like, I was right, we should have rested. I was right, we should have rested. Not letting anyone get away with it, just being like, fucking Dalladale. Making sure everyone knows that Dalladale's wrong.
Oh, yeah, we know.
As well as Kelwise kind of saving the whole bit with the pendant and grabbing the girl. You guys kind of meet up, you see all this magic stuff. Resnick, you see those 2 potions, and you know immediately. You see those scrolls if you're showing them. Cornelia, I don't know if she's put them away. Do you still have all that stuff out by the time Bobby gets back?
No way. Oh yeah, I do. I'm just kidding, Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby.
You'll be the one that uses
stuff, and you're like, oh, good shit.
I found these for you.
Yeah, they're and you can tell they're not like cheap cantrip type spells. These are like professional wizards that you looked up to. These are magic.
This is worth
beyond
like
anything
a day. This is like a day worth of me riding on your belly.
This is
just gonna carry me around like a baby.
Yeah, this is a whole lifetime's worth of that. Thank you so much. You can write wherever you want.
And as you guys are,
I'm an open canvas.
As you guys are doing that,
I'm on his back.
Hup, you start to smell. The sun isn't quite up yet, but you start to smell the early signs of the bakers who get up way too early. We as a people need to do better and eat donuts later in the day so these people can get some rest. But you start to smell those sweet pastries and the smell of flour being ground up and mixed in water and dough being patted, kind of coming from the from the middle of town, yeah. And as you start to smell this sweet stuff, you hear a. Oh, hello, friends. And you look back and there's a door open with a gangly looking wrapped up man and mixed up body pieces. And that is where we're going to pick up next week.
To the cake shop.
Your favorite. Yeah. See you guys next week or on Friday if you're available. Thank you so much. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.